Well, I guess it's sort of like makeshift houses because you don't intend on staying, as far as you're concerned in character, I guess.
That's awful presumptuous of you.
We have been assigned lodgings.
Oh yeah, I am definitely liking. This is going to be fun.
I'm really enjoying this music, by the way. It's proper jazzy.
Yeah, it's Daichi's motif from or theme from Digimon Adventure. The first version.
This is in like almost every single bootleg up game. I have no idea. Huh?
Every single bootleg game.
Yeah, every single bootleg game on the App Store. This is in it. It's just in.
Have we got everybody, by the way, or are we still waiting on? Okay, we got
pretty
everyone.
sure we have everyone.
Okay, cool. So we'll make an extra start on time for once, which is great.
Yeah.
Finally,
Definitely
no technical
time,
difficulties, and we start on time. It's the best session. Episode 7, lucky number 7.
Ready?
Okay, so
Actually, I think we first need to end the previous session because Pablo didn't do the end of session stuff.
Oh yeah, he didn't. Yes, that's a good point. I forgot to ask him to do that in the
That's true.
in the aftermath of everything because I was just so tired. So yeah, Pablo, last session. You're gonna have to remember back to Monday. I don't know how difficult that will be for you. But did you grow closer to the others, further away from the others, or into your own image of yourself?
I guess closer, because we like help with the village and that kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. Who did you grow closer to in particular?
I mean, who was the gave me and Dark Tramon the thing so we didn't sync?
Taisto.
Me.
Then Taisto, I suppose.
Cool. So.
Oh, I get to adjust labels. No, wait, I don't. I didn't have influence over you before. Correct?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so Taisto gains influence over Pablo, and Pablo mark potential or clear a condition, your choice. And then we'll kick off. Okay.
I guess Mark Taisto.
Okay, cool. So, previously on Digimon Vortex, you guys went to Soundboard Swamp at the behest of Musyamon. He was on the hunt for a rogue demon that had broken free from its tome, and he came across Icon Village where you resided, and on his travels he found out about a tyrant called Shogun Gekomon, who was enslaving Gekomon and Otamamon to basically siphon off their bits for himself. You ended up going to the Soundboard Swamp to confront him, which didn't go so well because Taisto decided to hurl insult after insult at his very, very beautiful singing voice. Oh, I just got a donation. Thank you for the donation. I'm assuming that's Ben. Yeah, thanks, Ben. So yeah, you ended up fighting Shogun Gekomon, and he was extremely powerful because he's an ultimate level Digimon, or a perfect, I guess. His vibrations ended up really hurting Pilomon, who kind of spiraled out of control and started letting the darkness out, and so Sonia tried to get her far away from the conflict as possible, and Taisto tried to help. But meanwhile, that left Kageyaki and Pablo to face Shogun Gekomon, and Kageyaki lost control, and his Digimon Dark digivolved into an evil, kind of corrupted version of Doru Greymon, and started destroying the environment. He even killed several Gekomon and Otamamon by crushing them under Shogun Gekomon because he didn't care about the collateral damage. And the day was saved by Sonia and Pilomon, who came together and decided that they weren't going to let this darkness plague them anymore, and they digivolved into Sheepmon and put the bad guys to sleep and saved the day without any casualties, which was lovely. that was until Caramon popped up and told you not to betray his master's deals, and snapped his fingers and basically just insta-deleted Shogun Gekomon back to an egg, which Sonya is now looking after. And that's where we finished. So you guys are probably back from Soundboard Swamps now, back in Icon Village. For Logan's peace of mind, Icon Village is now more of a city. Tyrannomon's been getting very carried away with his architecture and his construction, and he's turned it from this small settlement into a rather large sweeping city with like a clock tower being made, and there's like a big library building that Wizardmon lives in. There's like an actual town hall where Mudfrigimon resides, and there's several smaller houses.
I like to imagine that Zack slept through all of this construction, so he wakes up like, where are we?
Yeah, because we literally had like a 2-week time skip, so you've been unconscious for 2 weeks, apparently.
Oh no!
So yeah, you like probably wake up in like a really cushy bed in like an infirmary, with like Leomon sat next to you, watching over you, I guess.
Oh, that's not upsetting. Hi, Mr. Leomon.
Ah, you're awake. I was getting worried. It's been weeks.
It better not have been.
Yeah, he like says, you know, he never left your side, and then he like points down to Cutemon, who's like snoozing at the bottom of your bed on your feet. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking. Someone just knocked at the door. But yeah, you see Pilomon like not Pilomon. What am I about? Cutemon, sorry. Asleep at the end of your bed. He's like, he was sat next to the bed and he's sort of flopped over onto your legs. He's obviously been there waiting for you this entire time, with Leomon bringing him refreshments and food and whenever it needs. But yeah, you're surprised to find yourself in a very well-built infirmary, is what it looks like. There's several beds in there, not filled at the moment, just you in here with Leomon.
How did I sleep through this much construction?
You were badly injured in the conflict with, well, what I've been told, you were in battle with an Allomon.
Battle is a strong word. I ran away.
And apparently you fell unconscious, and Unimon carried you back to Canyon City.
I ran away, started fighting Allomon, but then got beat up.
Exactly.
Again, fight is a strong word for what went down there.
Yeah, from what I heard, you didn't do so well. You held him off long enough so that Pablo could save the day. He's Gazimon. He and Gazimon managed to take down the Allomon at the end, but sadly you were unconscious at that time. You were carried back to the city on the back of Unimon, who was badly injured as well. But as you know, Digimon heal much faster than you humans. And he like gestures over to Cutemon, who's obviously fully healed and has nothing wrong with him anymore.
How have I not died of dehydration or starved to death? I was out for 2 weeks.
You're starting to think about this too much.
Anime logic, what?
Okay, I anime lot. Okay, they just like left a loaf of bread on my chest and it disappeared the next time they came in.
No, I think like maybe
they have
some.
idea eating.
I think that they treat you like they treat Digimon, so they've been like pulsing you with bits every so often to like keep your strength up. Because you know we found out in exactly the episode that you got beat up in that humans are made of data too in the digital world. So I'm assuming bits would work on you as well.
Alright.
Although
so
I don't know what would happen if you had too many and you managed to digivolve your human, but we'll come to that when it happens.
It's called spirit evolution.
Exactly. You guys will become ancient spirit warriors.
So Zack like sits up, he takes off his hoodie, which is the first time this has happened in the series. He wears like a plain white t-shirt underneath it.
Oh.
and he swaddles Cutemon up in it and he walks outside.
Yeah, you have no idea where you are. Like, there's like brickworked paths. There's like a bustling like town. There's like tons of like Digimon walking around, going about their day. There's Gazimon, Agumons. There's a couple of Goblimons playing football in the street. There's Wanyamon sunbathing in the hot glazing sun of the day. He's got his nice shades on, and he's managed to fashion a deck chair out of mud. You assume Mud Frigimon did that for him. You see some of the others are by the well in the middle of town, washing their face and getting their morning breakfast like they usually do now. But the town is unrecognizable. Like it's just so busy, and the construction's almost completely done. You can see like scaffolding where there's some Gazimon working. And there's like some steel girders and seaweed being carried around by various Digimon used to make the buildings. But yeah, you're completely taken aback that basically the tiny destroyed mud settlements turned into this glorious city in like, to you, overnight.
Oh, you're awake.
I
Hello.
am. I'm carrying Cutemon like a little baby. Like, I am. Where am I? Is this Icon Village?
It is, yes.
I guess Icon Town, or maybe even City seems more appropriate now.
Yep. There's been a lot of construction going on.
So I guess everything worked out with Tyrannomon after I, strategically retreated.
Yes, Pablo did a great job, and well,
Thanks.
and, well, Tyrannomon is kind of like a construction freak. I don't want to be mean, but he's planning to do a museum, and I'm not exactly sure why. Like, we don't really have anything to show, but well. He's busy. It's pretty difficult sleeping around with all that noise, but hey, we can make do. Well, speaking of, how's it been? Did you sleep well? Did you recover nicely?
I guess I did. I don't know how bad my injuries were, but I guess they filled me with bits, and now I'm healed?
Nice.
I have questions about all of the physics in this world, but I do not have the mental faculties to begin to quantify them.
I think Sonia's probably just relieved that you didn't wake up to a Caramon 3 inches from your face.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Zach doesn't know who Caramon is,
No.
so.
That's true.
So, what happened while I was out? Because I heard something about Gazimon, our Gazimon, not these guys. Man, that's confusing. We should probably like give our Gazimon a nickname or something, just so we can like. That's our Gazimon.
Well, Pablo, what do you think?
That's a good idea, but what do we call him?
Well, Gazimon, do you have a preference?
Well, I don't know about you, but I quite like the name Gazimon.
You know
Well,
that's not helpful, right?
So you guys, right? I'm actually curious. How does Pablo react to Zachary being fine? Because I seem to recall that Zachary is your bond.
Yeah. He's probably happy, I suppose.
Because in your relationships section of your playbook, it says that you would never allow them to get hurt or be placed in danger, and he was definitely placed in danger and hurt.
Was, yes.
So how would you react to seeing him, like, obviously he's been injured for a couple of weeks now. What would your reaction be now that he's better, rather than just, oh, it's nice, but like, would there be some kind of an emotional response behind that? Or I mean, he is like your
I don't think
closest friend.
I don't think Pablo would be so open to show that, but maybe inside,
Maybe he makes some kind of snarky remark.
Yeah, that would fit.
So,
So yeah, Pablo saved the day. Gazimon evolved into another Tyrannomon, Dark Tyrannomon, I believe, right?
Like
Was
Gatsman
the-
with Poke's best. Like, yeah, that's me.
He's like, yeah,
So-
and I'm gonna be the strongest of all of us.
So there was
Heck
that.
yeah, Gatsman. Heck yeah.
Then there was that samurai dude that came along and asked us to help some Geckomon in a swamp, and we did. And Pyromon evolved too, became a sheepmon. It's even fluffier than ever before. It's really great, and nothing bad ever happened there. Yes,
that's good.
everything went.
Nothing.
I think as Sonia said, nothing bad ever happened anymore, or something like that. Taisto just walks by. You can basically see that the light levels of the entire scene just drop as he walks by. He's covered in shadows that don't appear to come from anywhere, and there's a little storm cloud over him as he walks by. He doesn't say anything. He just walks by, away into some other direction, away from everyone else.
And Zachary, I think
Taisto seems.
you also noticed that his torso is like bandaged really heavily.
Hey, Taisto. It seems like absolutely nothing is going well with you.
Oof.
What's going on?
He's not wrong.
Taisto stops and just turns his head just an inch towards Zachary and says, "Why don't you go ask Kagayaki that?" And then walks away.
Ouch.
Can I roll to see through Taisto?
Yes, you can. Give me a kind roll.
A kind.
I think
roll.
actually I think it's kind. Is it kind or is it superior?
Yes, it's kind.
It's kind.
Yeah,
It's
I
kind.
can. Fine.
Oh, I just
Definitely,
realised
that's
I'm still on the
what's
starting soon screen. That's embarrassing.
Shaking my head.
Let's see what you roll.
It is just a flat 2d6. It is a 10.
Nice,
Ooh,
mini
nice.
crit as well. Cool. So you get to ask. I think it's 3 questions, isn't it? Yeah, ask 3 questions from the see through someone.
It's
And-
actually 11 because you have influence over Taisto.
Yeah, and Taisto has to answer honestly all the questions. Unless Taisto wants to interfere.
How?
So you can roll a flat 2d6 to interfere with somebody, and if you succeed, they get a. If you get a hit, so anything 7 or higher, they take a -2, so it drop his result to an 8. But that's only if you want to interfere with him, sort of seeing through, like the misery you're putting up.
I don't think Taisto has any need to do that.
Cool.
He's not particularly hiding. He's just being moody.
Cool. So Zach, ask the 3 questions. Go ahead.
Okay. Some of these questions aren't like super relevant. How could I get your character to explain what happened and why you're so sad?
Give him time and come see him. Come see him in private later, but most of all, give him time.
Okay. What are you really planning?
He's probably gonna go somewhere and cry
Wow.
somewhere where you guys can't see.
And what do you want me to do?
That's actually a really good question. Let me think on that for a short while. I think Taisto wants you and basically everyone else as well to just take care of each other and yourselves, while Taisto can't. because Taisto thinks he can't. So there we go.
Taisto's sad. Okay. I'm like, alright, alright. If you're having a hard time, I mean, the village has gotten a lot bigger. I'm sure there's somewhere like you could go to just chill by yourself.
He's not listening. He's just walking away.
Okay, well,
Well, yes.
so Sonia, what was this about nothing bad happening?
Well, just a tiny bit, maybe. But I'm not sure if I should mention it. Like, it's still fresh in their minds. Like, it's between Kagayaki and Taisto. Again, well.
Okay, I understand, but Sonia, the second this puts me in danger, I'm immediately turning on you. I think I need you to understand that.
What?
A threat?
What do I have to do with this now?
Because you're actively not telling me.
But that's not to put you in danger. It's
If the
well,
situation that I know nothing about, I'm out of character. It's probably because Taisto couldn't protect them from Doramon Dark Digivolving, right?
I'm assuming it's something along those lines.
Wait, you don't know?
No, I know what it is, but yeah, he's sad for a very complicated reason. But yeah.
But yeah, if whatever bad happened between them, because those two they are known to do reckless things when they're emotional.
yes.
If this comes back to bite us, that's on you, Sonia. Because I tried to do something to help.
Could you roll to provoke Sonia? Because it sounds like you're trying to provoke her into telling you.
I will.
I feel like Gasimon is enjoying this confrontation, just like eating
Yeah,
popcorn
I could
or
just
something.
the comedic pull out the popcorn and watch the confrontation in the background. Yeah, I could totally see Gazimon doing that.
Actually, that's a flat superior roll because I have influence over Sonia.
Oh, okay.
An 8.
Cool. So on a 7 to 9, let me see here. So on a 7 to 9, they can instead. So they choose. You choose one of the following. You can give Sonia the carrot. If they do it, they add team to the pool. Or you can give her the stick. If they don't do it, they have to mark a condition.
I'm gonna do the stick.
Of course.
I mean, and Zach. Remember, Zach's been unconscious for 2 weeks, and the last thing he remembers is running away in pure, unadulterated terror. So he is not ready to do that again, and so he wants to just like, hey, something's going on between the two most reckless, dangerous people we know.
How is Taisto dangerous? He's the least dangerous out of everyone.
I mean,
Because you keep running into
Debatable.
fights. And then all of us are now in that fight.
Oh, you meant like that? Well,
Oh my god.
When you put it like that, it kind of sounds like Taisto's put you all in danger several times.
Almost.
that's kinda.
But yeah, I'm giving you the
Sometimes more
stick. If you don't
indirectly than other times.
if you don't tell me what happened, I'm gonna hit you with a stick. I'm gonna smack you with my shield.
Oh,
Well, I won't go into specifics, but let's just say that Kayaki kind of lost control a bit because of like the powers of the bad guy, the Shogun Gekkoman or something, and he hurts Taisto. He didn't mean to, but he hurt Taisto and Ghostman while they were trying to save me, so I almost got hit. But it's not Kagayaki's fault, really. I don't think, and I think they need to talk it out a little. They need a little bit of time. I don't know exactly how well what I should say and what I shouldn't, but it's just Kagayaki lost his school for a moment.
Well,
It's
now
fine.
I know that it's a situation between those two, so the correct move is to be nowhere near them when it comes up.
Maybe yes. It's been a bit awkward. Yeah, these past few days.
Oh, good thing I've been asleep. Is who's moved into the town since I've been asleep?
Well, there's an egg now.
There's an egg?
Yes.
I didn't know
Well,
chickens
You
were in
you
this
notice
world.
that Sonia has like
happened?
a front rucksack, and in that front rucksack, she's like carrying an egg, like you know, like one of those baby growth things that you have on the front. She's like carrying an
Yeah,
egg
those things,
in
like
one of them.
those things that you use to hold like babies on your chest.
Yeah. She has one of them, and it's got a little digi egg in it.
Trade you. I offered to trade Cutemon for the egg.
Wow.
That's not that
He's
mean.
asleep. I'm just offering to hold the egg because I don't know, maybe the egg won't be as heavy.
Oh, you're offering to hold the egg rather than actually trade cute
Yes,
one for the
you hold
egg.
Cutemon, I hold the egg. I'm not I get the egg, you get Cutemon.
Okay, but be careful. Okay.
I'm aware of how eggs work, I think.
Imagine if Cutemon just woke up while you were like gushing over the egg and noticed that, you have traded him for the egg.
Oh, please
I
let
think
that
that's exactly what happens. He wakes up and sees you like holding him up to Sonia, as Sonia's holding an egg up to you, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on here?"
Cutemon, I'm afraid I've sold you to Sonya. I've traded you for one egg.
You traded me for a lousy digi egg? I guess I kind of had this
Digi
coming.
egg? No. Nope. You brought up a thing. Now you have to explain it. What is a digi egg? I thought this was like a really big chicken egg.
Don't you know? Digimon are born from eggs, you fool.
So, the rabbit and the pillow and the ghost and the whatever Dorumon is, all hatched from eggs.
Exactly.
And Mud Frigimon and Mummymon even all hatched from. I have questions.
Well,
But they
yes,
didn't hatch
Digimon
from
are
eggs in their size. They grew up into being Mummymon and Mud Frigimon. They were originally like baby and rookie Digimon like me.
Your
You can-
baby?
No, I'm a rookie.
Mm-hmm. That's what they always say.
Now, if you don't
You
mind,
beat me,
he
Digimon?
like wriggles out of your hand and like plops down to the floor.
He is firmly swaddled in my hoodie.
Oh, okay. In that case, he wriggles in your hoodie and attempts to escape. To literally no avail. And he's like,
Like,
if you don't put me down, I will screech.
Oh, fine. Put him down.
Cool. He's like dusts himself off, and like the hoodie drops onto him, so he's like wearing the hoodie. And it's like miles too big for him.
He's like, if it wasn't dragging on the ground, I'd let you keep that.
Who's saying I'm going to give it back after the way you treated me? Huh?
I have some bits to give you.
Oh man.
Say no more. We have friends again. Shakes your hand.
Well,
Oh no.
Oh man, bribery. It always works.
on him in particular.
Yes. Specific. So, who's moved into the village? There's an egg now, which I guess I hand the egg back to Sonya. By the way, where did the egg come from?
oh, it's Shogun Gekkoman. It turned back into an egg. A bad guy showed up and went poof, and Shogun Gekkoman got turned back, and I felt bad for it, so I'm taking care of it now.
How does it feel to remember Keramon for Sonya? Because he fucking
Not-
creeps you out, right?
Yes, a lot. It is not very comfortable with Keramon, and She's not even gonna mention Caramon. Just a bad guy showed up. Yeah, let's not go any further than that. Bad guy showed up, went poof. That's
Was
it.
it Mummymon?
No, I don't think so. Maybe it works for Mummymon. I don't know.
No, that wasn't. My question was it Mummymon?
The
Well, the Caramon?
Yes. Is Caramon Mummymon? Because remember,
No.
Zach was not there.
It was some other Digimon.
Right, now we have even more threats to deal with.
It would seem so, yes.
Has Dramodramon moved into town? I want to go apologize to him.
Dromodramon has moved into town. He's actually opened up his treasure hunting business in an underground cavern that he's managed to hollow out with the help of some Gazimon. And
That
Armadillo.
doesn't seem like a safe foundation to be putting buildings on.
It's not a building, it's like a cavern.
Yeah, but the cavern's underneath the town.
Auntie, the stream link.
Oh yeah, the stream link, my bad. That's a good point. I should probably put that in for
Oh,
everybody.
trouble.
Let me grab it real quick. Cavern that he's managed. And shove it in the chat. Stream links. There we go.
So Zach is gonna go. I guess he's just gonna explore Icon Town for a little bit.
Cool. While you're doing that, we'll cut to Kageyaki because we haven't heard from him yet. What's Kageyaki doing right now?
Recovering, I guess. Sleeping.
Sleeping.
I mean, if Zachary can sleep for a couple of weeks, then going through something worse probably has me sleeping for a while.
I almost died.
So did the Kageyaki technically didn't almost die. He just had a very hard time last week. But yeah, I think you wake up in your room and Dorumon's watching over you. And when he sees you open your eyes and then immediately shut them to try and go back to sleep, he pipes up. He's like, "Hey, you can't sleep forever. You're gonna have to talk at some point." And he pokes you.
Oh god. Okay, let's see. What I was thinking was that Kageyaki doesn't have recollection of this, but he does have the recording. So he will watch the recording assuming that everything went fine, and then it will hit him even harder.
So he thinks that it was a bad dream and that didn't happen. Is that the type of, or does he not remember it at all?
Yeah, it's fuzzy from the point where he lost control enough there, so he just assumes that everything went fine since he's alive. And then he watches the recording and it hits.
Yeah, so on the recording you see you see it from your point of view, so you kind of hear yourself screaming in a very bestial way, and you're on top of this ginormous demon dragon that's just destroying the landscape and crushing Gekomon beneath its feet and slamming Shogun Gekomon across the landscape.
Also, I will say it now. Kageyaki is Japanese. When he goes berserk, he speaks Japanese.
Cool, so you're screaming Japanese at people.
Yes, I am screaming anime.
Screaming anime. But yeah, you get you watch it and immediately realize what happened, and you see at the end of the video before it cuts out that the laser beam hit Taisto, and that's where the video cuts out. And Doraemon's just so are you okay, Kageyaki? I don't know what happened. It's just some dark energy overcame me, and the next thing I remember, I woke up here, but I have fuzzy recollection. I was back as my old self, the one from before the ritual.
I am very royally pissed off right now at basically everything. It keeps fucking happening all the time. No!
I'm just imagining you going around the room swearing in Japanese.
Perfect time to lag out. What did you say?
I said I can just imagine you like getting up and
What?
like kicking stuff around the room, swearing in Japanese.
Yeah, today is going to be fun. I am lagging right now. I can't hear you at all.
Oh, well, I can hear you just fine. So.
Okay, you're back for now.
Am I back? Okay. Yeah, I just said I could imagine you kicking stuff around and swearing loudly in Japanese as you're watching the video.
Yeah, and definitely continues after I watch the video because I am pissed at everything right now. Because this is a little of everyone's fault. Because, well, they
Zach
did
did
effectively.
nothing wrong.
They did effectively what? Sorry, your voice just cut out.
They did effectively solve the perfect level that they angered. Which is what effectively what the end caused this thing to happen.
Sorry, your voice keeps cutting in and out. Did you just say that they effectively caused what happened to happen?
Kagayaki, no!
The connection to the digital world,
No.
it's fading.
Yeah, this is how it's been going all week. It's perfect.
Okay, yeah, you're back now. We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, he's pissed at everything. He's pissed at the team for leaving him to solo the perfect level they angered after he told them not to fucking anger it.
Yeah, so to you think it's Taisto's fault, right? Because he was just pissing it
Oh
off,
my god.
right?
Yeah, I'm not checking his Digivice a single fucking time.
Yeah, because you were sending him messages letting him know this guy's way out of our leagues, don't hit him type thing, right?
Yeah, like, shut the fuck up, shut up, shut up.
And Taisto just wasn't
just-
having any of it.
Yeah, and then after he pissed it off, he left.
Yes, I think the first
Oh, why you
thing...
put it like that?
I think when Doraemon, like, he sees you like pacing around the room looking really worried and guilty and whatnot, he just says, okay, so first thing I want you to know is that Taisto's okay, and like I don't know if like that just makes you snap at all, but like
Then I can punch him.
yeah, I think Doraemon like was really taken aback by that comment because he's like, we laser beamed him, why do you want to punch him? But yeah, he's like, look, violence isn't gonna solve anything. That's how we got into this mess.
Well,
We have
violence
to-
has been solving all our problems so far, so why fail now?
We have to.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Since Zach doesn't know where anything is in Icon Town, does he pass by Kagayaki's house and hears this and immediately just walks the other like, nope.
You just see Zach
Other
walk past the
direction.
window, like do a
Okay,
double take and see Kagayaki, and then just like beeline backwards to where he came from.
Fun headcanon, Doraemon speaks Japanese because we're partners.
Yes, he does.
So yeah, Zachary just hears Kagayaki screeching in Japanese.
I mean, in fairness, he probably speaks Digimon, but the Digivice translates for you.
Fair. Well, it doesn't translate Japanese.
So like when you switch
So good,
languages, it doesn't seem any different to him, other than like the tone of your voice and the way that you say things changes ever so slightly. And he thinks it's just a quirk of the way you speak.
It's technically
Does
correct.
that mean I can speak French at Cutemon?
Yes,
Neat.
if because your character's French Canadian, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's extra funny because nobody else will understand besides Digimon. It's great.
Yeah.
I love this.
I feel like French is a
Fantastic.
language that people might learn in Finland.
It's possible, but it's
We're
rare.
kids. We are also
Oh.
kids.
By the age that each of us is at, we would our characters would have studied the language. It's basically either English or then something else. And Kagayaki and Taisto also have Swedish. I don't remember how old Sonia is, or Zachary and Pablo are. so I can't
Um,
tell.
About 11, 12, something along those lines. No, I don't
Sonia
think.
would Sonia would only have one other language than Finnish then. But most likely English, but it
Yeah.
could be French.
English, fine.
But yeah, for the purposes of this, the Digivice translates for you, and your partner can hear all the languages that you speak as their language.
It's funnier that way.
It's a handy-dandy translator, which is probably why all these giant monsters that don't actually have lips can speak like relatively well as human. Who'd have thought that? But yeah, Doraemon's like, you need to calm down. Like, violence is how we got into this mess. We need to regroup. We need to accept that this has happened and make sure that it doesn't happen again. We need to put in some kind of precautions or safety measures that'll prevent this situation from happening in the future. And I understand that you're frustrated that no one listens, but maybe they will now that this catastrophe's happened.
This always happens. Why would things change now? Like, it's not even that different from the usual. That's the problem. It's not even that different.
Except this time a lot of people got hurt. A lot of people died too. And he looks down at the floor, relatively ashamed of himself for having killed Digimon after saying he would never take another life again, just like you.
Awkward, yeah.
I am so fucking everything.
Listen,
I want them to fucking.
I need to talk to you about what happened. I'm not proud of who I once was, and that monster you were on the back of, that was the old me. I want you to know I'm not like that anymore. I'm not terrifying. I'm not ruthless. I don't just go after whoever I'm fighting with reckless abandon without considering the consequences anymore. I want you to know that wasn't me. That was something else. It was some pure energy coursing through me. I don't know what happened, but it seemed to just it felt wrong.
I know that much, and I'm not exactly a murdering sociopath. That's not the problem here. I don't even know what exactly the problem is here. There's so many things that are fucked right now. How are we supposed to do anything if we're never a team? We are never a team. Every time it's like maybe two people actually fighting and everyone else fucking off.
Yeah, I agree. Look, I know it's bad that sometimes we get left alone on the battlefield and get left in the mess with everybody else, but you know, that's the hand we've been dealt. We have to work with what we've got. Think of it like one of your inventions, Kageyaki. Use what you have and create something beautiful with it. Invent the way the team should function, and then do that.
Invent the teams the way the teams should function. They don't even want to sit down and formulate a plan, for fuck's sake.
Then don't formulate a plan. Just formulate one and have them play to their strengths without them knowing they're part of it. Look, I know I said that you should be getting to know people better, but maybe your way's better. Maybe you should treat them like pawns. Think about their strengths, their weaknesses, what they can do.
Well, that's counterproductive, and they're so unpredictable that you can't even begin to fathom how the fuck they function at this point.
Well, you're the smart one here, Kageyaki. If anyone can figure it out, it's you.
How do I figure out how the dude who under the thing and then fucks off functions? Like,
I think you need to talk to Taisto, Kageyaki. You need to clear the air, you need to settle the score, and finally figure out which one of you is going to lead the team, because if no one's leading the team, it's always going to be a chaotic mess. That's just how things are. Trust me, I know.
I don't think you want me to talk to Tyster right now. Oh god.
I think
Dude, fuck. Oh
I
my
think
fucking
he's
god.
trying to lower your kind, by the
This
way,
is going to be the entire day, isn't it?
and raise your superior. Do you accept that?
I'm just waiting for my net to be back. Any minute now.
Oh, can you not hear me at the moment?
Okay.
The lack
can
of
still hear
response
you.
would deem
Okay. It's
yes,
back.
probably.
Good. It's back.
Okay, you can hear me. Yeah, I think he's lowering your kind and raising your superior, by the way. If you want to accept or reject that, that's up to you.
Oh, I am 100% fine with that.
Because he's
Oh,
telling
I
you,
want the
he's
other.
telling you treat them as ones and zeros if that makes it easier for you to cope with them.
Well, I'm sure I'm not feeling kind right now. And I'm also for the most part pinning it on them, as I fucking should.
Look,
Okay. Yeah, accepting that one.
yeah. So basically, he's said you should talk to Taisto and figure out your differences already, because he seems to think that's the reason why you can't come together as a team, is the lack of leadership. And you think you're the leader, Taisto thinks he's the leader, you're always butting heads, and it causes a split between the team. And he's like, I know you don't want to talk to him right now. I know you are angry at him, and he's probably just as angry at us for what we did to him. But if we don't speak to them, we can never come together as a team properly and actually do what we were sent here to do, save the entire digital world, and maybe even more. Please, Kageyaki, he says. And you see like a tear run down from his eye. He's also hurting on the inside, because he knows from experience that what just happened isn't what he wants anymore, and he wants to try and fix that as soon as he can and prevent it from happening again in the future. And he's really upset as well. I think he's feeling pretty guilty.
Okay, in that case, I'll kick my door open and yell, "Where is that asshole?"
Oh boy.
Zach is now no longer speed walking. He is running in the opposite direction.
Where is that asshole? Run! Yeah, I think like we cut to Sonia and Pablo, who are by Coelamon's sorry, not Coelamon, Celamon's fishery, buying some fish, and you just hear in the very distance, "Where is that asshole?"
Oh
I know.
shit! Is that Kagayaki?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah shit!
Oh.
I think Gazimon's like, "Oh boy, there's gonna be a fight. Come on, Pablo, we gotta go see. I want to know who's the strongest. I've got my bets."
Gasmon grabs Pablo by the arm and starts pulling him.
Yeah, I think he does, and I think it's like, my bets are on Kagayaki. I mean, Taisto can't even get his Digimon to Digivolve yet.
Ouch! Burned. But yeah, I feel like Pablo probably goes so they don't kill each other.
Cute mom, this is the least profitable thing that could happen right now.
Are you kidding me? We could set up bets, kid.
I'm getting like almost none of this. This awful.
If we all
Oh,
die,
Perfect
then
session
we
for me to be
can't
the center part.
profit from bets.
Yeah, but what if we don't die though? We can make a lot of bits, you know?
And Zach remembers that he's actually really loaded because of the bits in his Digivice. He's like, why do we need more bits?
Look, we already have money. We don't need more money. We can go buy things.
fair.
Look,
Yeah.
I think Cutemon's like, that's fair, but you realize that those bits are temporary, right? Anytime you pay for something, they just disappear after a while.
They what?
Yeah, I've been covering your back for you. I thought you realized. You've been getting a lot of freebies.
Wow. Perfect.
Oh, so you mean that when I pay for things I'm not actually paying, I'm just making them think I paid?
Oh, you're definitely paying. It's just the money decides to disappear after a few hours.
So we
And
are
you-
making bets.
And he like scratches his
Basically.
chin and is like, I thought it was a pretty profitable business proposition that you were making, and I was quite proud of you, kid.
Oh, that poor little Tamamon.
Fine, let's go make bets.
Yes! I think you see like you see Cutemon do like a little fist pump, like a ka-ching fist pump. And like he runs off towards wherever Kageyaki's yelling from. Taisto,
Yeah, let's go.
where are you right now? Where have you gone to go and sulk and cry?
I think Taisto is just wherever he's been assigned to be sleeping. He's at his hut or wherever he's sleeping. At his lodgings.
Cool. I think while you're like in there contemplating everything in mopey silence, Ghostmon slowly what's the word? He comes up through the floorboards, but not in a way to scare you, but like a soft approach. And
Taisto is basically sitting on his bed. He doesn't have his shoes on because everyone who has shoes on inside is a maniac. He's sitting on his bed. He's sitting on his bed. He has he's huddled up against the headboard, and he has his goggles out. He holds them in his hands, and he's just kind of staring at them. And yeah, you can tell that his eyes are just red and swollen.
I think Ghostmon sort of floats down to the foot of the bed and does his best to imitate sitting. He doesn't really have like a lower torso to sit with, but he sort of imitates the sitting on the end of the bed type thing. And he's like, are you okay? You seem really out of it. I tried to save you, and I know you're probably way more injured than I am right now. I mean, I heal really quickly compared to you. And he like looks down at the bandages and he says, the wounds, they look real bad. Are you feeling okay?
The wounds don't really matter to me at the moment at all. I was so worried about you. Ever since I came to this world, it's every time I try to do something, every time I try to help, it seems like you're the one who gets hurt. And that's not how it's supposed to be.
Listen here, man. I pushed you out of the way. You tried to save Sonya, but you were gonna die. I had to do something, and you know, that urge that you have to protect everybody, I really admire that. And it's something that I want to be. I want to become heroic and help everyone in need, just like you do. And that's why I pushed you out of the way. You know, it was time for somebody to save you. And the mission be damned, you're more important to me right now.
And what if I don't want you to save me? I'm the one who's supposed to jump, not you. I do it because it doesn't matter. What's important is that you shouldn't get hurt because of the choices that I make. And the fact that you got hurt again and almost died, it's the kind of consequence I can't live with. I don't care what happens to me, but I do care what happens to you and everyone else.
I think Ghostmon sort of looks down at his corporeal would-be feet when you say that. He's like, you know, Taisto, I hear a lot of I and me and shouldas and wouldas, but at the end of the day, aren't we a team? We should be together. We should all be saving and protecting everyone else together. You shouldn't be jumping in front of the bullet for me.
Are we
should
a team?
Of course we are.
Are we a team, Ghostmon?
You're,
Are we
you're
a
my,
team?
You're my partner, Taisto. We're in this together.
Are we each other's partners, Ghostmon? If we are each other's partners, then why can't you evolve?
Fuck, man.
Fuck.
I think he sinks even lower into the bed when you say that. And he's like,
What have I done wrong so that you can't evolve? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with us? If we are each other's partners, then why am I the only one who can't evolve? Why am I the only one who can't save everyone? Why can't I help?
I don't have the answers to that, Taisto. See, everyone has a different trigger. The legend of the Digidestined, it tells of several triggers to Digivolution, and maybe we just haven't found ours yet, you know? We're still a team, we can still save people.
Or maybe we can't, maybe you can't evolve because we weren't meant to be together.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know what it means. You heard Wizardmon. You remember it yourself now. You're not the partner I was supposed to be with.
I think he sighs at that, and he's like, listen, the ritual of choosing it's not something that chooses... It's not something that you can manipulate freely. It was difficult for us to get me in there. And whilst you may feel like I've replaced a partner you could have had, I'm your partner now. And he like fake slams his fist on the bed because his hand goes straight through. It's like, look, I know that you're disappointed that you have a Digimon like me with some ulterior motive behind being a chosen one, but that doesn't mean that we're any less Digidestined. We were still chosen by the ritual, and we're still partners. We're still in this together. We should be a team, and we should face adversity together. You shouldn't be protecting me, and I shouldn't be protecting you. We should both be protecting each other, and we should both be facing dangers together, head on, like you always do.
Buster gets up from the bed and heads out, and as he walks through the door to the outside, he looks back and says, I don't want you to get hurt on my behalf again. I don't want you to get hurt anymore. And then just walks out. I imagine he might run into a certain someone on his way outside.
Yeah, definitely. I think before as the door's closing, we see Ghost One say the feeling's mutual under his breath. And then the door closes, and then we cut to Kagayaki like doing an angry storm through the village. And I don't know if we can change the music to like an angry kind of
I'm trying to
bashful song, but like he's like storming through the village in like a very comedic anime fashion where like Digimon are flying up in the air and like this big dust clouds and stuff as he like goes, "Where's that bastard?" And he's like going through the city trying to find you. And then you see him coming down the street towards you, and Kagayaki catches your eye. And you see Sonia and Pablo and well, actually, would Zachary be coming with them? Because you said you wanted to bet on them, but you were also terrified of and wanted to go in the opposite direction. So what actually happened there? Did you want to go with Cutemon to bet Zach? Was that what happened?
Zach, come back.
Have we lost Zach? Is he dropped out of the channel or something?
Hello, I'm here. I muted my microphone while people
okay.
were talking.
Cool. Sorry, did you
I
go to
want is a strong word. I have gone with Cutemon, but Zach does not want to be here.
So yeah, I think nobody's stopping Kagayaki. I think you guys are just anticipating what's going to happen. But Kagayaki, you storm towards Taisto, who's just come out of his hut. You see the heavy bags under his eyes and the sort of rain cloud misery that's following him.
Oh, I give him negative fucks right now. I also tell a few random Digimon to grab the others as well, because this isn't only his fault. This kind of everybody's fault, but mainly his fault right now.
Well, they're all with you right now. They were following you because they wanted to see the fight that's going to happen, apparently.
Oh, everyone, all three.
Yeah, all three.
Cool, that works. Okay, yeah. Kagayaki catches Taisto's eye and charges forth.
Oh no.
Charges forward how?
Angry pacing.
So he's not like coming to.
He's not going for a punch, no. He's more like going to grab you by the collar.
Alright, I see. Let me think. Just quickly. So you don't. Does Kagayaki even say anything?
It's pretty silent right now, but he does motion to the others to also get closer.
Alright, well, as Kagayaki approaches Taisto, as Kagayaki starts approaching Taisto, he just like stops and looks at Kagayaki as he's coming. He's like basically a very dead expression, and then as soon as Kagayaki is about to come into range, Taisto just just clocks him in the face.
Okay.
Damn!
Can I charge my powers for holy power and make that roll?
I don't think you have time, because, like, I don't think anyone was expecting Taisto to just come out and, like, right hook him when he was approaching him that fast. I don't think you have time to react to that.
No, after the punch.
After the punch, you can start charging.
Yeah, I'm not trying to preemptively.
Alright,
block.
also, Antinomy, I think I am punching first
Is
and asking
Taisto still
questions later.
there? Also, I'm fucking. Why did this have to be the season where I'm the main face? Okay,
Sorry,
I think I'm back.
Antinomy, I think I am punching first and asking questions later. Do you agree?
Yeah, definitely. You just literally throw
Yeah,
a punch. But I
Yes,
mean,
thank you.
the thing is, though, actually, to trigger that move, you have to charge into a dangerous situation without a plan or checking with the others first. Is this a dangerous situation, really?
Well, I mean,
He didn't
Kagayaki is
charge into anything.
Kagayaki is coming at me and was clearly intending to perform some kind of physical harm, and I'm escalating the situation.
Okay, I'll give you it, but it's loose at best, I think.
Can I charge my holy power?
Yeah, how do you go about doing that, Zach?
I roll 2d6 plus conditions.
No, I mean, like, in the fiction. What does it look like when you charge your holy powers?
After I see the punch, I'm just like, they're not messing around anymore. It's probably good that I'm here. And so I start, like, focusing. I'm gonna spend all of my holds, if I do get any, to put shields around them so they don't end up killing each other.
Cool, yeah. Roll conditions.
Yeah, roll 2d6, that's +2. A 13.
Nice.
So I hold 3, I just I basically just put glowing golden protective barriers around the both of them. I'm just like, all right, you can do whatever it was you're going to do, and I have at least some hope that you're not going to kill each other.
Are these barriers like shrink wrap around their bodies, or is it like an actual
I'm gonna
legit
say
barrier?
that. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, they're like shrink wrapped around their bodies. I mean, this is all Zach is doing right now, so I imagine he can like focus to keep them
So
like.
So you like focus on your holy powers and channel them through Kagayaki and Taisto, who basically go Super Saiyan Gold in color because of the protective layer you put over their body, and it makes the fight look even more epic.
Moment of truth.
But yeah,
First,
Taisto, you lay a big fist into Kageyaki's face. What's
Yeah, before the
Kageyaki's-
shields go up.
What's Kageyaki's reaction to this before the shields go up? Like it's actually a full-on punch you receive.
For starters, is Taisto still hurt? Or are we
Yeah.
time skip and everything's fine now?
Taisto is still hurt. Why?
Okay, so that punch is significantly weaker than it could have been.
You think? You assume that he actually is. The main mechanism between being injured and not being able to do something, assuming that nothing is outright broken, is because the pain inhibits you from actually doing things at full strength. Taisto doesn't give a fuck. Taisto does not care about the pain. He doesn't care about the injury. He doesn't care about
Okay,
how
I'm
difficult.
dead
Yeah.
again. God fucking damn it.
I imagine that while Kageyaki is like reacting
I'm still
to
not back.
being punched, the Super Saiyan barriers go up on them. Like, all right, don't
Okay,
kill
not
each other. I'm making sure this doesn't happen. I'm probably gonna have to make a lot of unique rolls, aren't I?
Yeah, I
I'm betting
think
100 bits
I
on
think-
Kageyaki.
I think because as you do that and you're like, please don't hurt each other, you see in the background there's
Don't kill each other.
this Cutemon, and he like nudges Gazimon and is like, hey, 50 bits says Kageyaki kicks his ass. You're on. And you're like,
What's something stronger than a punch right now coming?
okay, what's coming?
Okay.
All right. So what was the immediate reaction Kageyaki had to the punch? Just
He takes the punch, he takes 1-2 steps back. And
all right.
then
In
the
that, all right. Taisto starts screaming. How dare you! I trusted you to keep everyone safe while I was going after Sonya. How dare you! Almost kill Sonya, almost kill me, almost kill Ghostmon.
You did anything!
I didn't hear anything he said. I'm sorry.
Yeah, your voice really cut out there just as you were yelling.
Fucking hell. Okay,
Okay, we can hear you again.
okay, good. You did that. Everything that happened was your fault. You are the dumb fuck that keeps always getting us killed. And this is exactly why. Because you never fucking think.
I think it gets worse when you raise your voice. It keeps muffling every time you get louder.
Fucking
Sorry. It wouldn't be an episode of Digimon Vortex without technical difficulties, would it?
Like, I can't fucking talk. Okay, no emotion then, got it. You did this. You did everything. This is literally your fault. And this is exactly why this is exactly your fault every single fucking time. Because you keep escalating the situation, you keep punching first, not caring at all what happens, and this time you angered him. I told you it was a perfect level, I told you we were fucking flies to it, and then you anger it and fuck off! What did you think was going to happen? You did this! You did everything! You are a fucking maniac! Like, what the fuck is your problem?
Silence.
You come in here and try to attack me, and then you start blaming me for what you did. You are the one who killed
You
those
did-
Digimon.
I
I
didn't
did
say
not.
fucking-
I
you-
did.
you
I
fucking-
did not kill. I did not kill the. I did not kill the Kegomon. I did not kill the Otamamon. I did not kill Ogremon.
And then you fucked off. This happened.
Sorry, your voice is cut out again.
I can't fucking talk. How am I supposed to do this if I can't talk?
Jesus.
I literally can't talk. I can't do this thing. I literally can't.
Well, I mean, you could not scream. That seemed to affect the thing. I think part of the technical difficulty is that as you scream, your microphone might just decide that its noise and needs to be, disregarded.
Yeah, just say what you want to say at an even level that sounds pissed off, and we'll pretend that you're screaming it, because that'll probably just make things clearer.
Okay, what the fuck did I say again? Like, oh, you did everything. You keep charging into battle. You keep engaging the force. You keep not thinking about the force.
Did I shoot the beam?
Never fucking look at the force. Did you even look at your device one fucking time? The dozen of times I told you, don't fucking piss it off. It's a perfect level. It can kill us all. No, you didn't. You didn't give us it. You never give us it. You just love escalating the situation and then never need to do the dirty words. Well, what the fuck is that going to cause?
Fun fact out of character is if I remember correctly, this is basically the only time Fausto has actually legitimately escalated the situation. Just saying.
Saying, yeah.
Let me think. Just
No, you dare accuse me of attacking you. I walk to you and you punch me. Like, you can't be that far up your ass.
Well,
What?
I'm trying to think. Sorry.
Take the time you need.
Yeah. You talk to me about escalating the situation when you're the one who attacked everyone else on the team. I trusted you. Kagayaki, to keep everyone safe because I looked up to you. I trusted you. I thought you could handle it. I had to go after Sonia because Sonia, she was in danger.
Yeah.
And then
You
what
you not
go-
going there, and then you picked off. You had a reason, it's fine. Let one fucking guy deal with the thing that can solo everyone here. You sure that will be fine? It won't get anything killed, I'm sure. Like that. You just hope for the best, like we always fucking do.
I am not the one who attacked. I did not attack Tono-sama
You're the
Gecko.
one who initially pissed it off.
He was
After
pissed
being
off.
warned not to do that specific thing multiple times. Cause you never fucking listen.
Well, maybe I would listen if you had anything worthwhile to say.
Like, oh, it can do anything. Don't fucking talk to it like oh, you didn't even say anything, you just insulted it. You never said anything. It's just some generic fucking bullshit.
Whatever, I'm done with you. Dice just, makes a dismissive gesture and starts walking away, storming away.
So you will just get us killed.
He's walking away.
This is literally why you are going to get us killed one day. Because you keep fucking doing that. You keep not owning up to your mistakes. This was your fault. This was literally your fault. You caused everything that happened there.
Dice is still walking away.
Yeah. Fuck you, you're the thing then. We'll survive better without you, you fucking idiot.
Dice stops in his tracks. He turns around. and he says in a very even voice, "Please take care of the others." And then he continues walking away.
Well, you fucking want
Yeah,
apparently,
Free
so I have
Fallout
to.
Classic.
Okay. Bye, you fucking asshole. Never talk to us again, since you don't want to talk.
So, because you both have influence over each other, could you shift one label up and one label down of the other person to represent the argument that you just had? Because you both care about what the other thinks, even if you don't show it on the open. And then tell me which ones you shift, because obviously, yeah, for the camera.
I think this isn't necessarily what Daisto wants Kagayaki to be like, but I think Daisto currently perceives Kagayaki as having more. Actually, no, never mind. I think Kagayaki should raise his savior and lower his superior. No, lower unique instead, not superior. Unique.
Why would he raise Savior? You were telling him that he didn't protect
I
everyone in your absence.
No, but at the end, Daiso said, "Please take care of everyone."
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So he's expecting Kageki to become a savior.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. In my case, it's lower reckless, raise savior, because he keeps doing that.
Alright, so I take a condition. Who picks the condition?
You do.
Alright.
Something that makes sense.
Here we go.
All the conditions marked for Taisto.
Well, I mean, I'm probably getting rid of some.
Yeah, at the end of the scene, yeah.
The classic Act 3 Fallout.
Yeah, classic Act 3. But yeah, so Taisto leaves feeling rather insecure about his position in the team and whether he's got the right partner, whether he's fit to protect everybody, and he starts walking away. I mean, I don't know where you're walking to, but
I don't think Daisto knows either.
do you like leave the city, or are you just gonna wander around the city aimlessly?
Just walk away, just away, as far away as possible. So yes, leaving the city.
Does Ghostmon know of this? Where is he? I think he's in his house, or?
I think
I don't know.
Ghostmon's pretty gutted from the conversation they had prior to this argument, where he was basically told, "You're not my real partner, and I don't want you to get hurt," which, he's very insecure about that fact. I think that Taisto would have maybe had somebody else that isn't him, and he wanted to prove himself to Taisto and show him that he can be on the same page as him and protect everyone too. And then Taisto kind of almost threw it back in his face and said, "No, I should protect you. We're not a team," and then left him. So I think he's pretty good. I think he's upset and he's probably moping somewhere else, just like Taisto is.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Then again, Ghostmon can turn invisible, so who knows where it is?
Yeah, it could be anywhere. Yeah.
What is the range on Holy Power?
It's probably within your line of sight.
Okay.
Why?
I was just wondering how long the shield lasted on Taisto after he started leaving.
It's probably like as soon as you turn the corner, it was off him, and he stopped being golden.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Gazimon and Cutemon are fully disappointed that there was no real fight, and they start arguing about who actually won.
Very disappointed.
Yeah, they're extremely disappointed that they didn't get to actually wager any bits properly. Kagayaki, what are you doing right now? Because Taisto's just literally walked away and told you look after the others. Like, what's your reaction to that?
To give him the middle finger and then turn to the others and scold them too.
Oh, great.
This is a very, very adult series of Digimon.
I am an asshole. I never said I'm not an asshole. I always say I am an asshole. Gotta play the part.
Hmm. Okay, so wait, you turn to the others and see if they're okay, or like,
No,
are you
scold.
scolding the others?
I want. Yes.
Okay, even better.
Okay,
Go
you
ahead,
also, like-
scold everyone.
Stupid things. Okay, and you're not exactly innocent either, you know? Like, we've never been a team. Not a single time we've been a team. Every single time we've been in danger, we have maybe 2 people actually dealing with the danger, and everyone else scattered around aimlessly. Like, cool, yeah, sure, save people, but there's an actual threat attacking us, trying to kill us. Deal with it. What are you doing? And you, Pablo, and Guzman, you also just keep escalating the situation needlessly. Like, you attacked. You attacked on Shadow Gekomon. Why would you fucking do that? Oh my god.
Who do you have influence over, by the way, in the group? Is it just Zach and Sonia, or do you have El Pablo as well?
I have influence over Zack, Sonia, and Taista.
Okay, Zach, Sonia, raise Reckless, and lower Superior, because that's what Kageyaki's screaming at you right now. Pablo, you don't give a shit what Kageyaki said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that requires character, so you know.
Ooh, burn.
Raise reckless, lower what?
Superior. And you can reject that if you wish to, by yelling back at him.
Nah, I'm good.
Sonia, do you want to reject or accept?
Well, we try to help people. That's also important. We also, I don't think all we've done was making things worse. Like,
if we ignore the threat, more people will die. We need
We
to deal
did-
with the threat first. You've never dealt with a threat. You only just now dealt with a threat, and it was a fucking miracle that you did.
well, yes, but what do you expect us to do
You were the threat.
when we can? When we're small, we don't have any powers. We need to, like, that's nice. You expect us to kill every single bad guy out there, just
I'm not
like that.
saying kill. We're not supposed to kill, for fuck's sake. I said deal.
Well,
Deal with it, not kill it. There's a difference.
Yes,
Oh my god.
but still, we're not just going on the field doing nothing. We're doing our best. We save people. We
Okay,
we
yeah,
try.
I'm not.
Are you cutting out again, Kageyaki? Can you not hear?
I think I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
It's just like it's not like we're doing nothing. We were there on the battlefield to help everyone. We helped you a few times, in case you forgot. Like I helped Doruman the last few times, and you did nothing. So before you started yelling at us, it would be nice to start looking back at yourself a little, and
I did
stop being so
nothing.
mean to everyone.
I'm almost always stuck dealing with the actual threat that can snap us like a twig.
Yeah.
And I did nothing. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
How about Solomon when he got trapped under rubble and stuff? What did you do?
Didn't
What
even
about
fight.
just last time with Shogun Gekkomon? What did you do again? Also,
Solo the fucking perfect level because nobody was helping!
nobody was.
Nobody was helping! Nobody was there! Like, Pablo spent a bubble and then sat in it!
He was trying to help.
You literally ran away from it!
I didn't catch that. What was
Like,
the last
how-
one?
Me neither.
How is that an example? You literally... You fucking undid it and then ran away from it.
We ran
Like-
away because the sound was causing a Pillarman distortions. We needed to make to
Maybe
take,
don't piss it off then.
To be fair, Shogun Gekkomon was pissed off at pretty much everything. We tried talking to him. We tried playing nice.
Some insults, and some of them baseless. Like, we were literally just insulting it. We weren't even saying anything important.
Well,
Like, we tried like 2 times to actually talk to it. The rest of it was just insults.
well, even when we tried to talk to Shogun Gekkomon, he didn't react positively. Like,
Yes.
we
And
don't know.
fighting it worked better, eh?
Well, it did work
No, it didn't.
in the end.
No, it fucking didn't. How can you look at that and say, yeah, that worked? That's the problem, because we look at that and say, technically we won, so it went fine, right? No, it didn't go fine. Not a single fight has gone fine.
Well, that's true. We are facing a really big threats, and we don't especially know how to deal with them. But we pulled through together. We managed to save some people despite the odds, and
We might save a portion of the people we could have saved, because we never plan around the threats, we never take the threats seriously, we never deal with the threats properly, we are always separate for absolutely no fucking reason. So, what? Do we just keep expecting miracles to happen after shit have hit the fan, after people have died, after the city is in fucking ruins? Is that how we want to go?
blaming us for people dying is pretty rich coming from you, actually.
Sonia, could you roll a flat 2d6 to reject his influence? Just to prevent this going in circles.
Eight.
Cool. When you reject someone's influence on an 8, you choose one of the following. You get to clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. So in this case, proving that you don't just ditch the team and you are going to fight and you are going to listen to him. Shifting one label up and one label down, your choice to kind of show who you think you are, or cancel Kageyaki's influence over you. You no longer care what he thinks about of you, and take +1 forward against them on your next roll against them.
I think I'd rather show him how we are. We saved a lot of people. Even like, yes, we can't expect miracles to happen every time, and yes, we might need better coordination. But you're also part of the issue. Don't act like we're all alone. We're all alone to blame here. You're with us, and you also sometimes help, sometimes don't. So stop yelling at people. Will never help. That's one thing I know for sure. We can help if you want us to help. You need to be a part of the team. You need to take responsibility for some of what you did, and you need to start listening to us also. It's just not
to say, maybe.
Well, if you don't listen, if you say that we don't have anything of value to say, and how are we supposed to talk in the first place? Like, stop acting like a child, and stop. It goes for Taister too, by the way. I'm kind of sick of all of this fighting. Like, start talking with each other and respect each other. That would be nice. Stop yelling. Like, I don't like hearing either right now. So, like, can we just talk calmly a little?
Has that ever worked out? Remember all the times I've tried to talk and was just literally ignored, and then shit hit the fan, and then apparently that was my fault according to you.
I think Dorumon tugs at your trouser leg, Kageaki. and he's like, I know you're angry, but you know she's actually offering to sit down and listen to you. I think that's a step further than we've ever gotten with anyone before, right? Maybe you should sit down and calm down and listen. Have a conversation with Sonia. She could be the first piece of the puzzle that we need to get everything back to normal, you know?
This is not the time for this. And the other asshole pissed me off royally as well
This is
by
not the time.
actually attacking me and then accusing
think-
me of attacking him and then storming off. That was an experience. Yeah, I'm going back to rest. We'll talk later.
I think Zach is full crying. Like,
Crying from like the anxiety of the situation, or crying because Sonia's speech was so stirring?
just from like the intensity of the situation and the anger that Kakiaki was directing at him. And
Cool.
also, he feels like everything that happened while he was asleep was his fault.
So, Pablo, do you also have a crisis on our hands right now?
I think Pablo's
yeah, that
the
is
only
an issue.
person that doesn't have crisis right now, right? You're the chill one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, kind of.
I mean, but
Oh my god.
go ahead and so what's Pablo's reaction to being told off by Kagiaki? Because you don't give a damn about what he just said because he doesn't have influence over you. So how does that kind of come off? What does it look like from Pablo?
Yeah. Give me a second.
Sure, yeah.
In the meantime, I think I would probably raise superior in the labels and put down unique a little bit. Because I try to prove my ground for now.
Sure, yeah. So, yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
I'd like to make a short comment here that I at least personally don't specifically enjoy attacking other people's characters out of character. So just a reminder to keep things in character that should be in character and try to refrain from out of character comments about other people's characters. But I'm also interested in hearing how, now that Deister has stormed off, I'm pretty interested in hearing the two people from the two characters who I want to hear from what they think of that fact that Deister just left. And those are Zachary and Pablo, actually, because I seem to recall that at least some of our character sheets say something about each other's relationships.
Okay, so first I feel like when, Karyaki, storms off, I feel like under his breath, Pablo would probably well, that wouldn't have gone so wrong if your partner hadn't destroyed everybody.
Oof, ouch.
Again, Zach, full sobbing, just and he's curling up into a ball on the ground. He is not taking any of this well.
Can I comfort or support Zach?
How do you do that? What does Pablo do in character?
Okay. Zach, don't let that idiot make you cry. He doesn't matter. Okay.
He's not.
It's not your fault.
He's smart. He knows what he's doing, and we don't. We can't.
It's not your fault, Zach. Please.
I ran away.
It's not your fault, okay? There was nothing you could do.
I could have not run away.
Yeah, but that's in the past. It doesn't matter now, okay? Don't let his words get to you.
Roll comfort and support.
What's that again?
Kind.
Kind?
So +2
Nice.
for you at the moment. But
Oh,
actually, you actually have an ability for your Bond or rival, and Zachary's one of them, which says when you comfort or support your Bond or rival, mark potential on a hit, and when your Bond or rival comfort or supports you, mark potential when they roll a hit. So you get to mark a potential if you get a hit.
That's
and
nice.
if you fail as well, because that's just the mechanic.
Yeah. And that's a +2, okay.
It's +2 and then +1 because I think you have influence over Zachary, right?
Oh, so it's 10. Yeah, I do now, I think. I'm pretty sure
11.
I do. So that's 11 then.
Cool, yeah, so you get to... you mark potential because of your Bond and Rival move. And then on top of that, you also get to either clear a condition, mark potential yourself. Oh, sorry, no, it's clear a condition or add team to the pool, sorry, for you. And then if Zach opens up to you, they can mark potential, clear a condition, or shift their labels.
I guess add a team to the pool.
Okay, there's currently 2 team in the pool.
Nice. Also, wait, since I marked full potential, I get to grab an advancement, correct?
Yes, if you've maxed out, you get a new ability.
Zach is not opening up. He fully feels responsible for everything that just happened.
So he's not like gonna sort of accept the comforting and supporting that Pablo's giving him. He's just gonna reject that.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So...
Wait, actually, I have a question about one of the moves. One of the advancements or whatever.
Sure.
The permanently loses influence. Would that mean that they can never gain influence?
Yeah, they can never regain it over you ever again.
I feel like that would be fitting, right? Against like a Kagayaki in this moment.
Is that because you didn't care what he said and you probably never will? Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, and I feel like after seeing, Zach hurt by his words, I'd be like, no, I care even less, you know?
I mean,
Zach wasn't hurt by his words. Zach is crying because of the whole situation. True. But it wasn't specifically Kageyaki's scolding that's making him crying.
Yeah.
Also, it is actually very fitting because I think according to Kagayaki's character sheet, Pablo thinks Kagayaki is an emotionless robot. So I care about that.
It's true.
I believe that's right. Yes.
So yeah.
I guess that's fitting. I'll take that then.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And you get to add +1 to one of your labels as well because of that. So which label are you improving?
I feel like in this moment, maybe kind. I feel like.
Sure.
Fit.
Yeah. So kind goes up by 1. I think you now have the highest stat total out of everybody.
Yes, he does. For now, at least.
For now.
For now. Yes.
Yeah, so I'll call that a scene. At the end of the scene, if you did any of the clearing conditions things, you get to clear the conditions. So I definitely think that Taisto hurt somebody or broke something important because he threw a punch at Kagayaki, quite literally, and then there was also the argument where he hurt Kagayaki's feelings. Kagayaki definitely cleared angry because he hurt Taisto's feelings. I think Taisto, do you have afraid marked because you ran from the fight?
I didn't have afraid marked, but I do think I cleared also guilty and hopeless. Well, hopeless is gonna. I already kind of did that, but we can check these over now. Guilty, I think Taisto cleared guilt because he did sacrifice. He made a sacrifice, basically just left the team, at least in his own mind, and conceded to Kagayaki that whatever you take care of them then. He gave up a lot there to absolve his guilt, and then his relief is walking away from the things, so he doesn't have to deal with them.
Yeah. And what about Kagayaki? Have you cleared any? Aside from angry, because we obviously know you've cleared that.
I don't think either Uh, can I clear straight? I didn't really run from anything. Actually, technically I did. But it was like at the end of the argument, after I was absolutely fucking exhausted, so I'm not sure if it's running away at that point.
Hmm. I mean, I don't think you ran away because I think you just finished the argument and left. Whereas I think Taisto literally ran away from the argument. He actually left mid-argument. I apologize for my dog. 1 second, I just got to get him out of the room.
Is that the demonic sound I hear in the background?
Commando Man, he's
Jan,
coming.
can you take Rolo?
Silence.
Sorry about that. Yes, my dog is out of the room now.
Fun fact, Gildy has been here since Orgrimmon.
Yeah, I don't think you've cleared guilty since you got it.
Zach definitely hasn't cleared any conditions.
Yeah, I don't think Pablo cleared hopeless either because there was no relief to fling himself into.
I only had hopeless actually, right?
Yeah,
Do you have anything else?
you only have hopeless at the moment. So yeah, I think the next scene that we see is from the perspective of Ghostmon. And we see Ghostmon. He's like floated through a few buildings and heading up towards the top of a nearby grassy hill with a large oak tree on top. And he sort of floats up to the tree and sits under it. And we see him sort of contemplating what just happened. And he, like these ideas go through his mind of like maybe I aren't really a partner, maybe I wasn't supposed to be chosen, maybe this mission was all for nothing, and he starts spiraling into doubt for himself. And as if by sheer coincidence, like there's a loud boom explosion that comes from the bottom of Icon City, and we see like this large fireball and some smoke rising. And we
Fireball,
immediately,
you say?
yeah, it's not like a fireball. It's more like an explosion happened and it's caused a fire. And it rattles the city, like it proper shakes the city. And we see Ghostmon like snap out of it and immediately fly towards the explosion to see what happened and try and save people. And then we cut back to Taisto. You're probably walking out of the city in the opposite direction, Taisto, heading towards the jungle for a walk, when you hear this loud boom and it shakes the very ground that you're stood on. What do you do?
Let me think how to get the most dramatic juice out of this.
Gotta milk that drama milk.
Drama queen.
I mean, everything I've done so far has been for the maximum drama. Not necessarily in the drama queen sense, but I do think that I have, as a player, just tried my best to increase the drama of the game as much.
Well,
as
it certainly worked, yes.
So I think that as the explosion shakes the ground and Taisto kind of like is mid steps, so he kind of struggles a bit forward, and then he turns around and looks towards the city. And I think if I was the director of the episode, I think that brief scene would be cut right there. He just looks towards the city, and then we move on.
Okay.
Yeah, but what does he do?
Well, I
We
don't
don't know yet.
I guess
Alright.
Not shown on the
guess
screen what
Fair.
he's done.
I guess we
But
find
if
out
you-
in a later scene, because you are all directors of this alongside me, so you can decide what happens in your scenes.
All right. Would it be cool if we cut towards Zach and Sonia and Pablo?
Yes, definitely. You guys are left dumbfounded in the middle of the city after both Kageaki and Taisto had their argument and stormed off, and you sort of like got that awkward silence where like we hear Zach sobbing, we see Pablo comforting him, but him not really opening up, and Sonia sort of dumbfounded that Kageyaki would speak to her like that. And then we just hear the boom and the big shake of the ground, and it like snaps you all out of it. But Zach, you see smoke. There's fire.
Oh no!
What do you do?
I'm going. Can I roll reckless at disadvantage to see if I roll basically a minor success or a hit? I'll work through the fear. If I miss, I run away again. I think that's how I want to handle
Again.
Zach's pyrophobia now. A disadvantage reckless roll.
Sure, we can make it a custom move where you make a disadvantage reckless roll on a miss. I make a move
That's
and you run away.
Free potential.
Right?
Disadvantage reckless rolls just sounds like so much free potential.
Oh, it does.
But I mean, this doesn't count as a
Yes,
move.
it's
This is just you
potential.
deciding whether you're going to run away or
Okay,
not.
fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
so I don't get potential if I miss.
No,
Ooh,
An 11. All right.
I mean it's technically a 6.
it's not an 11. It's
Oh,
You're-
a
it,
you're
is
just-
it is a 6. That means I missed, doesn't it?
Nice.
Do you not have any reckless at all?
I have no reckless.
He used to have -1, but then I fixed that.
Well, it didn't help.
I do my best, okay? It's not a one-man team.
Right, so Zach, you have two choices here because you're one away. You can either run, like, terrified away, or you can spend a team from the pool selfishly to raise your reckless and make this a success. And by doing that, you have to somehow hurt the others in some way and make them feel like they're not valid to you.
I think Zach's gonna run.
All right,
Fair
Zach
enough.
runs. Where does he run to?
I think he follows the same path that Taisto took, because Taisto would know what to do with this situation.
Cool. So you run towards where Taisto went, out of the city gates and towards the jungle. What about you, Sonia and Pablo? What are you two doing?
I feel like Pablo, like, when Zach starts running, he looks at him, but then Gasimon kind of eggs him on to go see what happened at the explosion.
So he sends Gazimon alone, or do you go with Gazimon? Sorry.
I'll go with Gasimon, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so you run towards the explosion with Gazimon. What about you, Sonia?
I will, but first I want to go talk to Cutemon if he's still here, and say, could you take care of the DGAC for me, please? If you're going back to Zach, I assume.
He takes it from you and he like runs
Thank you.
after Zach
Yes,
with
it might
holding
be
it over his head.
dangerous. Be careful, okay? And I'm going to see what happens. What happened to?
Sure. And what about you, Kageyaki? What are you doing right now? You turned and went the opposite direction to Taisto. Were you anywhere near the explosion when this happened?
I mean, not if it isn't in that direction. Hi?
Sorry, so I didn't catch what you said there. You didn't go in any particular
Not if
direction?
it's not in that direction I went. I don't really know where the explosion is.
The explosion's
what
on the opposite side of town to where Taisto ran away.
I guess I'm closer then. But it makes sense that I'd go that way.
Okay,
The
cool.
opposite direction, subtle symbolism.
So you're like strolling through town, like having a bit of a strop, but you've got everything you wanted to say off your chest at the very least, and you seem a bit more calm than you were before, and a bit less heated. And then suddenly there's a big boom, and it happens right in front of you. The stone floor that Tyrannomon's troop worked so hard on is lifted into the air, and bricks rain everywhere, smashing into nearby houses. And we see the silhouette of a Digimon in the dust. It's the silhouette of a teddy bear.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And then we cut
Oh,
back
God.
to Taisto, I think. And Zach. I think you bump into each other if Taisto ran towards the explosion. If Taisto didn't run towards the explosion, then I'm assuming Zach just runs into the jungle after Taisto and doesn't catch up to him just yet. But that's on Taisto.
Oof, already need to reset. I don't think Taisto actually ran towards the explosion. I don't think he ran back towards the town. I think if you are cutting to Taisto, it's a real close-up cut. You can't really tell where he is, but he's seen looking at his Digivice, and then you can cut away again. Maybe just to actually Zach.
Okay, cool. So Zach, you're running in fear from the fire. You run into the jungle, and I think maybe you run straight past Taisto, who's sat somewhere looking at a Digivice, and then double take and realize that you've ran past him, and see that he's still moping. And you're far enough away from the fire now that you're not absolutely terrified. What do you do?
Taisto, you gotta go back to Icon City. There's a fire explosion. Boom. Rubble. Ah!
Oh, good.
Taisto looks basically just dumbfounded by the fact that Zachary just popped in front of him. Let me think. Real quick. Yeah, I certainly noticed that there's an explosion, but I don't think I'm the one to try and fix it. What am I supposed to do about it?
Zach is going to basically grab Taisto by his collar, I can't go back there. They need your help.
There's Taisto tries to break the hold that Zachary seems to have gotten on him, just a move that does that, and yeah, but what am I going to do about it? I can't fight. Don't you understand? I cannot fight. I can't help. Whenever I try to help, people get hurt.
Then do better.
Well, isn't that really easy for you to say?
It isn't. I'm running away from a situation.
You can evolve when you get into the fight. You can actually save some people. When I do it, I put more people in danger. I jump in front of people because I can't live with the consequences. And if I am the consequences, then I shouldn't do that.
So, you're going to let Sonia and Pablo and even Kageyaki deal with this all on their own without any help?
Well, they're far more equipped to do it than I am. I cannot bear to see Ghostmon or anyone else get hurt because I'm an idiot. I see the writing on the wall. I'm clearly not needed here.
You are needed. Want to know why?
Ooh.
Because only one person would be reckless enough to run into a blaze to save innocent creatures and people from that fire. Kageyaki, Sonia, and Pablo, they'd hesitate. Precious moments would be wasted. You're courageous enough to go in there, into that blaze, into that horrifying inferno, and save all of those people. That's what you're best at. You're best at doing things when other people would hesitate. I'm gonna keep running.
I think with like at that moment where you like get real serious with Taisto, we see Cutemon holding an egg above his head, and he runs straight into the back of you and almost drops the egg on the ground, and then like comedically stumbles forward and grabs it. Just like there's like a big sigh of relief because it didn't hit the ground.
Cutemon, why do you have the egg?
Sonya told me to take it if you were gonna run, but I think they might need you. That explosion was massive. I know that fire isn't your thing, but we're supposed to be the chosen one. We can't just run when there's a fire. Please, for the village, you need to go back.
I can't. Even just imagining the flames is too much. I'm lucky that all I did was run away. I could have fainted. Or I don't know what could happen. I can't go back there. That's too much.
I think Cutemon like strolls past you as if he's about to say something thoughtful. He grabs the Kawaga shield off your back and smacks you with it. And he says, "Zachary, shield."
That's great.
In a very cute mimicky way to the way you did it to him when he wasn't behaving properly. You have a responsibility. I hear a lot of coulda, woulda, shouldas, but you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing right now. You have this shield to protect you from the flames. You have me to protect you.
That's not how shields work, Cutemon. That's not how fire or shields work.
I mean, typically a shield would work, but that's an organic shield, so it just burns.
Well, he's getting caught up in the moment and doesn't realise this. And he's basically just yells at you that you have a lot of anxiety and coulda, woulda, shouldas that would happen if you went back there. But one thing he knows for sure is you miss every shot you don't take, and you're a chosen one, and if you're not there, Icon Village is going to be in real danger, and he's got a lot riding on Icon Village becoming something bigger. And you get all that from him, sort of, firstly saying that out loud, but also hitting you with the shield and doing a cute mimic of what you did to him on the first time you got the shield and whacked him with it. You're putting everyone in danger with your actions, is basically what he's saying. And I think he's raising your reckless, and he's lowering your unique. Do you accept that?
I do not.
Cool. Roll to reject his influence.
What do I add for that? Is it superior or something?
It's just a flat 2d6.
Okay.
And if you have any conditions that take away stuff from that also applies. Let me see. It's insecure. Do you have that marked?
I do not.
Okay, cool. So it's just a flat 2d6. Cool. On an 8, you pick one of the options from the list. So you either get to clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Shift one of your labels up and one of your labels down of your choice to show how you feel about yourself, and then have that conversation with Cutemon. Or cancel Cutemon's influence over you, period, and take +1 forward against them on your next roll.
I think I'm going to mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong.
And what do you do to prove them wrong?
They're saying that I'm like the chosen one and that I need to be in there. I'm just like, what happened when they left the village to go fight Shug and Gekkomon? That seems like they made it out of that scuffle pretty well. I mean, They're angry.
Were you
Okay.
watching the
Out of character. Is that the lesson you took from all the 2 hours we've been doing so far?
They all survived, so clearly they didn't need Zach that much.
I think you, as you say that, you look over at Taisto, who has bandages wrapped around him from serious 3rd-degree burns that he got from the fight. You remember him mentioning Ghostmon almost dying in the fight and him having to pick up the almost lifeless body of his partner. That you remember the fight that they had where Kageyaki went out of control and almost, like he did kill a bunch of other Digimon. Like, without you there, everything went to shit. Like, I don't think you could really say that they're fine without you, truthfully.
Well, what about when I ran away and fought Alomon? I literally hurt people just by being anywhere near the situation.
I think when you say that, Cutemon, like, shoves the shield into your chest, and he says, "No, you were in that situation because you ran away again. The same thing's gonna happen if you run away again now. It's just you're not the one that's gonna get hurt this time." Now, I don't know about you, Zach, but I'm going back. And I'm gonna go fight whatever it is that's attacking the city, with or without you, because I'm a Digidestined. And even though I'm a selfish prick, I already know that I have a responsibility as a chosen one to do the right thing and disregard my own self-interests. You taught me that, Zach. I wish you'd take a page out of your own book. And then with that, he sort of runs back towards Icon City and leaves the egg behind.
Right.
What do you do?
Poor egg.
I mean, Zach is still he has a lot going on emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think I succeeded at rejecting his influence, to be honest.
I mean, you what he said didn't get through to you, but he said something else and then left you, basically, to think about what you're doing. You can still run away and be cowardly and whatnot, but yeah. He said what he wanted to say and he selected it.
Zach looks at the egg and he straps his shield on his back and picks up the egg. He's like, "Taisto, we've got to go back there."
Taisto is after you said. Actually, sorry. First of all, I believe I did trigger my team move just previously. I said the magic word, and I'm pretty sure that I got this one.
Your voice is getting very muffly.
You're muffled. Yeah.
Sorry, I may have been speaking at a lower volume than I usually do. Anyway, I was saying that I feel like I triggered my team move. I asked the question somewhere around I think what you're doing is the right thing, and I believe I got a reassuring response from Zachary. So I did that. Anyway, then after Zachary said that you don't hesitate and you always charge first, you're the only one who would do that, I think Taisto has been looking. In one hand, he has Digivice, and in the other he has his goggles that he's been, holding over all the time, and he's just been looking at one, and then the other, and then the other, the whole time that Zachary and Cutemon have been arguing. And now that Zachary spoke directly to him, he's going to look at Zachary, and he's going to take the goggles and snap them on his forehead.
Oh no!
Let's go. and then we cut away. I hope.
Yeah.
So we cut back to the silhouette of the teddy bear in the rubble. And then we hear in the distance, Jack Raid! And then, like, you see Ghostmon slam into the back, the silhouette of Ghostmon slam into the back of this teddy bear shape, and then bounce harmlessly off it onto the ground. And then you hear him yell, "Little plasma!" and, like, fire a plasma shot at it, and it literally looks like it did nothing. And the smoke clears, and we see standing there, amongst the rubble of a destroyed, I want to say it's like maybe like a larger building from the town. Maybe it's like the clock tower. He blew up the base of it or something. We see a panda-like Digimon with his scarf torn into shreds around his neck. His stuffing from his stomach has been ripped out, and there is a hollow hole where his chest should be. There's an eye missing, and one of his ears looks like a big bite has been taken a chunk out of it. He has his claws outstretched, and he roars at Ghostmon and charges at it. And I think the villagers surrounding are dumbfounded to see their old leader alive, or at least moving, if you're not alive, and attacking the city for some reason. Sonia, Kageaki, Pablo, what do you do?
Before I do anything, I'd like to say that Zach also triggered his team move, I believe. Like,
oh, did he?
So I'm always...
I stand up with Thermodina if you should be here. So, seems...
Yeah, definitely. Right, yeah, I guess I didn't mark that last potential, so I guess I marked 2 potential.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Digimon has influence over me?
Yeah, he definitely has influence over you.
I think he already did.
So I guess he shifts your labels, but I'll let you shift your own labels for that.
Okay. I think it's going to be plus superior, minus unique.
Cool.
Can I tell Gazimon to Digiball so we can, fight?
Yeah, so you see one of your friends in danger, Ghostmon, and it sparks that feeling of I need to save them in your chest. And your Digivice glows bright blue. And we have...
Are they already there?
What, sorry?
Are they already there? Because, it happened in front of me and they weren't near at the time.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so sorry, Kageyaki's the only one on the scene right now. You guys are running after him. So sorry, Kageyaki, what are you doing first?
Oh fuck. Okay. So I will scan it and Dormon will evolve.
Cool, so you scan it and it comes up as Pandamon, but the picture you see that comes up in your visor looks a lot more cute and cuddly than what you're seeing in front of you, that looks more like a zombified horror show of a Digimon. And it says he's a perfect level Digimon.
Fuck. Well, okay, yeah, I hop on some Loopmon and we try to at least draw its attention until the others get here, because if it touches Ghostmon will just die.
Cool, so roll to provoke Pandamon.
Hey, yo. I do have a +1 now. Let me make sure I don't get minus to provoke. I'm guilty, yep. I have a -2 to provoke. Perfect. Lovely.
Free potential.
6 -1, 9. I did negative fucks apparently. You
did really well. You can even use Team Selfishly if you wanted to. But yeah, on a
it's not selfish. I'm stalling for time.
Yeah, so on a success that's a 7 to 9, you can get them to stumble, hesitate, or overreact to you. I think they hesitate. I think you gain a critical opportunity against, or you create a critical opportunity against Pandamon, because he sees your Digivice glow bright purple as a Sanglitmon appears from bright purple light that comes from your Digivice, and pounces at him, and that glow seems to attract him, and he stops attacking Ghostmon, and he sort of leans back, sees this glow, and starts running towards you.
Okay, Gigabrain activates. The Digivice can clear corruption, and it doesn't take a lot of brain cells to realize he's a corrupt version of Pandamon. So I will try to do the thing without dying, hopefully, which means I first have to evade the blow somehow.
Yeah, so how do you do that? How do you... He's not attacking you, he's literally just running at you. Like a moth to the flame. Like, he is just running at the Digivice light that's coming from you.
We wait for it. We wait for
And
it.
I think
Come
as
back.
he
Come
starts...
Back. Please come back.
As he starts running at you, I
Internet
think
come back.
Pablo
For fuck's
turns
sake,
the
come back.
corner, by the way.
Okay, so now I'm here. That's...
Yeah, you're here now, Pablo, and Sonia's not too far behind you.
What the...
Gagayaki wanted to say something.
Waiting.
Cares anyways.
Okay, I'm back. I think I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
Yeah, so in that case, I'll sign the anti-corruption thing on it and have some Lupin teleport me away the last second.
Wait, teleport you where?
Not in front of him. So somewhere somewhere close enough so that it will notice me again and charge at me again, but not close enough so that it can literally just slap me away.
Okay, he teleports you to beside him so that you can shine your Digivice at him. Could you roll to unleash your powers, but do it with disadvantage?
Use my powers. Do I... Let me see. I am not hopeless, so I don't have minus, and it's unique, right?
It's unique, yeah.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
And it's with
But
disadvantage,
also-
so it's 3d6, take the two lowest.
Yeah, and it's also definitely not a selfish action because I'm literally trying to help it. 5.
5.
Chill, baby.
Yeah, so what happens is you shine the Digivice light, and he kind of flinches from it, but it doesn't seem like there's enough light there to actually break whatever's corrupting him. And as you outreach your arm with the Digivice in hand, from the hole in its chest, bandages snake out and wrap around your wrist and around your Digivice. And it's pulling really hard, like it's trying to take the Digivice out of your hand. And as we see this, Pablo and Sonia round the corner.
I can put a sneaky sneak on him. My visor also does the thing.
Wait, you doing what, sorry?
I can also use my visor for this, so I can pull a sneaky sneak.
You can pull a sneaky sneak.
Yes.
Sorry, what also does what?
I've downloaded basically everything from a Digivice to my visor, so it has the same functions.
Ah.
What we've discussed in the past.
Yeah, but isn't it
Would it
connected
have
to
this-
your visor?
Would this have the set? Would it be also be able to do this? I'm not sure it could do this specific function of the Digivice, which is to purify.
Well, it's literal data, and I transferred everything I could over.
Mm.
Like, the wording was that it has the same functions now.
I think your visor has the same technical functions as the Digivice, but it doesn't let you digivolve or clear corruptions and stuff. That's more of just like a magic Digivice thing that only Digivices can do. But you link your Digivice to your visor, and it lets you like see through the visor, scan things with the visor, and connect it back to the Digivice for information. So I don't think you could like stare at it and turn your goggles into a purifying machine or something like that.
Well, there goes my chance to act, to be knowledgeable, I guess. Okay, I'm out of ideas.
Yeah. Pablo, go!
Yeah, Gasimon, Digivolve.
Cool. So we see this blue light envelop Gazimon, and he digivolves into Dark Tyrannomon. And one sec, I need to make a roll.
That's worrying, but sure.
Is it good? Is it bad?
So Gazimon digivolves, and he grows 10 times his size, and his
Holy
tail
shit, that's big.
slams through the window of a nearby building.
Oh, damn. That's
And
more creepy.
almost takes it out, but Dark Tyrannomon sort of corrects himself at the last second. This city is rather enclosed for a giant, like, Tyrannomon to move
Yeah,
around.
I can see that.
Tyrannomon himself,
How does-
you realize, he
How
like,
does the architect Tyrannomon do all of his work here if the city isn't big enough for him?
it's because you did.
I imagine Tyrannomon's smaller.
Tyrannomon's slightly smaller, but he also, he's weary of his surroundings because he knows how big he is. Whereas while you were Gazimon, you're probably standing too close to a nearby building, and you get huge all of a sudden, and then blam, part of you's inside a building. But you don't let that stop you, because this corrupted version of a dead Pandamon sees the blue light from your Digivice, and he, with the bandages still around Kageyaki's arms, charges towards you and Dark Tyrannomon.
Let's get us activated, I don't want to die.
Can I, assess the threat directly by
You can assess the situation.
telling? No, I mean, well, what would that be? Actually, I'm gonna check the moves. I feel like Pablo would tell Gasimon, now Dark Tyrannomon, to attack straight Warumon somehow, or well, Pandamon.
Water
You know.
Pandamon.
Waru Pandamon.
Yeah, that name. That's a regular skull, I believe.
So wait, you're attacking Waru Pandamon.
Yes, Dark Tyrannomon's attacking Pandamon with a full force.
Sure. Roll reckless with a disadvantage.
Okay, how much reckless do I have? +1. So,
Actually, Kageki, did you failed your roll, right? So he's not distracted by you completely. Yeah, that's right.
I didn't fail the provoke. I think.
No, you got a 5, right?
No, I got 5 on the unleash your power thing.
Oh, yes, sorry, but you got the provoke. So yeah, roll without disadvantage, because he's distracted by Kageyaki somewhat, because he's having to wrap bandages around him.
so 3d6 +1.
No, just 2d6.
Oh, sorry.
Either way,
So-
it's a 5.
Oh no!
Whoa.
Great, just great.
So we
hallelujah.
see Pandamon run towards your Digivice like a moth to the flame, and Dark Tyrannomon fires a few fireballs at it, and it burns away a few holes in its stuffing, but it just doesn't seem to feel it at all, and it just rams into Dark Tyrannomon, slamming him into a nearby building, and he opens his
no!
chest and more bandages shoot out and wrap around
Oh,
you,
shit.
Pablo. Could you take a powerful blow for me?
That's 2d6 plus conditions, right?
Yeah.
And you want it to be low.
And that's 1 +1.
Yes.
Sorry.
7.
Oh, the +1
come on.
hurt. No. Okay, so on a 7, you have to pick one of the 3 options under 7 to 9. So you can either lash out verbally to provoke one of the others to take foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence over them to inflict a condition on one of them. You can give ground so your opposition gains an opportunity, or you can struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
Okay, well, I think Pablo would just skip ground. I don't think he laughed out verbally. Or from past pain, even.
Cool. So, what kind of advantage do you give? What kind of opportunity do you give Waru Pandamon, as we're calling him now?
That's a good question. I mean,
Like, what does you giving ground look like? Like, if you were to direct it as a scene.
probably just Pablo just, being... What were they again? Like bandages?
Yeah, it seems like bandages wrapped around your wrists right now.
Well, I mean, what would make sense is that, the Digivice falls out, right? So I feel like it'd be hard to, like, maintain that in your hand.
Okay, yeah, sure. If you're happy with that, I'll let that happen. So you let go of your Digivice, and it wraps the Digivice in bandages and sucks it into its chest.
Oh, shit.
And we see Dark Tyrannomon glow blue and slowly shrink back down into a Gazimon.
And he shrinks back down into a slightly smaller Dark Tyrannomon.
Sonia, what are you doing? You've just seen him snatch a Digivice off of Pablo and eat it, basically. Or at least it's somewhere in his chest hole that's there.
Chest hole. That's the least pleasant word.
Yes. Well, first, involve Pilomon as well. Then, probably, maybe use the rockets to rush towards the chest hole to snatch back the Digivice. And I'll say to the others, we probably should push him away from the city if we're going to fight it first. Yes, and I'll try to take back the Digivice first.
Cool. Roll to directly engage a threat, which is plus reckless. I don't think you've ever made a reckless roll yet, so this will be a first.
Hey,
Under the
reckless.
first visit to Reckless Jail.
Okay, I am. Fuck.
Oh, plus minus
direct-
1. Okay.
Go
Yes,
directly
it's
to
fine.
reckless jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect your potential.
No.
Potential!
9 now.
Nice. So on a 9, you get to pick
Directly
one of
to-
the options from the move. So you can either resist or avoid Pandamon's blows, and it doesn't resist or avoid yours, so you can hurt it. You can take something from them, aka the Digivice in this case. You can
That
create
would
an
be it,
opportunity for your allies, so you could maybe free Kagayaki, or you could impress the parties or frighten your opposition, which I don't think applies to this situation.
Wait, Kagayaki still. Man, which one should I? So I can only save one of them, so it probably should be Kagayaki first. So I'll save Kagayaki from the tentacle bandage things.
Cool, so you create an opportunity for Kagayaki to escape the bandages by... I'm assuming you fire some sheep rockets into Pandamon's chest or something to disorientate it a bit, and it loosens its grip and Kagayaki can break free.
Deep rocket is also an unpleasant word.
It is a
We're
very
just discovering
word.
so many words that are just not pleasant.
What are you talking
Ain't
about?
that
I come up
nice?
with the best words.
Chest hole.
Yeah, chest hole, exactly. So I think when you ram the rocket into Pandamon and he releases his grip on Kagayaki, you see his eyes sort of snap to focus. Before his pupils weren't visible, and now his pupils just come to. And he's like, where am I? And the more bandages are snaking out and wrapping around the wound and plugging it up. And he's like, what am I doing? Why am I? What are these bandages? And he tries to rip some of the bandages out of his chest. He's like, get off of me! Get off! And then they wrap back in, and
To help him.
his eyes go blank again.
Yeah. Okay. Oh well.
Meanwhile, we see another tiny fireball of blue hit the back of Pandamon's head, and Ghostmon, he's throwing fireballs and he's like, "Leave them alone! Pick on me instead!" Yeah, and he's like throwing fireballs, and he's like not doing anything to Pandamon. It's like a mild nuisance to the back of his head. As he approaches Sheepmon and wraps bandages around it and slams Sheepmon into the ground.
Ouch.
Sonia, could you mark for me? I think maybe you mark angry, because someone's had their free will taken away from them, and that's not okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Slavery is bad.
And I think at this point, we skip back to Taisto and Zach. And Taisto, your Digivice starts reacting in a weird way, and you see through Ghostmon's eyes. And you see him futilely fighting against this half-destroyed Pandamon and throwing fireballs to no avail as it slams the Sheepmon into the ground. And you know that everyone's in danger. Mm-hmm. What do you and Zach do? You've just come upon the edge of Icon Village. Do you come up with a plan,
is
or are you
Cutemon with
running?
us?
Yeah, Cutemon's like, he's ahead of you. Like, he ran back to the city before. He's probably
Our
already in
legs
town.
are longer than his entire body. I think we caught up
You
pretty
caught up with him.
fast.
You caught up with him.
You also have the roller skates.
Yeah, you also have roller skates. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
I have a
That's
skateboard.
That's how I'm still standing up.
Well, I think actually now that we had a short discussion of a chat in the player chat channel, that I think I actually changed my mind. I think Zachary and Taisto have arrived in the village on the bank of Unimon,
Okay.
possibly.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, as I think Taisto would actually just see firsthand how Ghostmon is battling there. Like if they're just arriving into battle, and Zachary is probably zooming past and flying already on Unimon and has dropped Taisto off, and Taisto just sees with his own eyes how Ghostmon is futilely trying to put a fight against Warubandamon over here. And I think Taisto. Well, I don't know what happens just yet. I think I want to see what Zachary tries to do first.
Okay. Well, because you're all here now, we'll do the whole entering battle as a team thing as well.
Oh
give
my
them-
god.
Give them a few obvious pointers as I see them arrive.
So,
Hold on, can I say one thing before we do that? Because I think it'll have an opinion on whether or not we have a leader.
yeah, sure.
I swoop down like, Kageyaki, what's the plan?
Okay, so he's obviously corrupted and is trying to break free. So we use our Digivices to purify him while limiting his movements.
Good enough for me.
Emma.
Cool. So, have we agreed Kageyaki's the leader, or for this battle?
I think
that
Zach
is-
is fully Kageyaki's the leader. Like, Taisto has his role in the team, but it is not leading the team. It is.
Wow.
Yeah, get hefted.
See, I think Taisto does have a move on his playbook that he will eventually probably have to take, where he becomes the leader. So maybe he's not the leader right now, but he has that potential to be the leader, if that makes sense.
I still feel we can just have two leaders.
I don't think I've ever, and especially after this session, I don't think I would be comfortable ever calling Kagayaki the leader of the team. It's not-
Bakatya, baby.
Okay, well-
It's not. It's. I don't personally, and I don't think Taisto would ever see Kagayaki as the leader of the team. It's just not in the makings here.
Okay, so we don't have a definitive leader then.
Yeah.
We
So
are
I don't get to
never
add it to
gonna
the
have a
pool.
leader.
Does everybody have the
Um,
same purpose in this fight? So,
No,
it-
no.
is that a no or yes? Like, is the purpose to beat Pandamon? Is the purpose to free Pandamon? Is the purpose to protect Icon Village? Like, what?
Purpose is to. I am following Kageyaki's plan, so at least me and Kageyaki have the same goal.
Yeah, so
I
free
think-
Pandamon.
The goal is like protect Icon Village. I feel like at least Pablo.
Okay, so it's
Even if
different
he's doing a bad job.
conflicting goals, so I don't get to add a team there. I think Taisto definitely mistrusts Kageyaki in the team. So I'm afraid I have to remove
He doesn't.
his team from that.
No. I don't think Taisto mistrusts Kagayaki. That's not the issue here. He just doesn't think Kagayaki should be the leader.
Right. Okay.
And
You mistrust him. Yeah.
no. Well, mistrust is he doesn't trust Kagayaki, but that's not exactly the same nuance as mistrust Kagayaki.
Nerd.
Well, you're at least ill-prepared and off-balance for this. So,
Oh, that's for sure.
5 team you have for this fight.
Dang,
Five.
that's still a lot.
You had 2 to begin with already. I had 2 base when you go into a battle, and then you gained an extra one for having. Wait, did you get an extra one for? Actually, you didn't have the same purpose in the fight. So actually, it's 4. Sorry, my bad. 14.
Shit.
And all works.
It's still a lot. So yeah, Zack swoops down and says, "What's the plan?" And Kageyaki yells about using the Digivices to clear corruption on Pandamon. What do you do,
Question.
Zack? Yeah, Pablo?
I have a question. Has Pablo been freed from like the bandages already or not?
I think he's tossed you to one side after he took your Digivice.
Oh right. Okay.
Do you want to do something?
No. Just wanted to know for.
Okay, cool. How about Zachary then? You're flying on the back of Unimon, you've just heard the plan, what do you do?
Hold on.
What, sorry?
I am going to, like, fly up above Water Pandamon and just fire a wave of ultrasonic blasts and wind gusts down, just like pinning him in place.
Okay, so directly engage a threat, I think that sounds like.
Yep, that is +1 reckless. Anyone wanna give me a team on this one, or?
I feel like Pablo's too like disoriented right
I
now.
don't
so-
have any ranged attacks right now, so if I try to help you, I'll just get hit by your attack.
Well,
Alright.
I can help. Probably attacking at the distance. Shooting rockets. Let's go.
Oh wait, well, it's a 7 because Sonia added a team, right?
Yes.
Cool, so we're down to 3 team. And Sonia helps with firing rockets, so it's a 7, right? So you
Yes.
get to pick one of the things from the list. Are you creating an opportunity? Are you taking away its mobility? What are you trying to do?
I'm taking away its mobility.
Okay. So it stops being able to move properly, but you didn't resist or avoid its blows, so it's going to have to attack you in some way. Do you have any idea, from a director standpoint, what that might look like? Because you're up in the sky, how does it attack you? Does it snake some bandages out and grab you with them, or does it maybe throw...
Yeah, I think it grabs Zek, has his Digivice out because he Digivolved into Unimon just a little bit ago.
Hmm.
And so it grabs his arm that's holding the Digivice and begins trying to pull him off of Unimon. Which is not a great... It's not great for Zach. He does not want to be pulled off of Unimon.
Cool. I think that makes you afraid, maybe, to be pulled off of Unimon's back while you're in the air.
Yeah?
So if you just mark afraid, that'd be good. But yeah, you like shoot out a supersonic wave and take away its mobility. It can't move now. At least its body can't move. The bandages seemingly can still. So it can't like move its arms and legs, but it can move the bandages from within its body. And I think it sort of the sound waves like crackling around it cause it to sort of roar in pain, and it shoots bandages out in all directions, and it doesn't just grab your arm, Zach. It doubles down and re-grabs Kageyaki, and another bandage shoots directly at Taisto.
Taisto, who is not... That's very far away.
So very much is here.
Taisto is, but I didn't picture him as being like in the thick of it already. He's
Oh, I thought when
seeing
Unimon
battle.
drops you off, you'd be like at least close to the battle. Am I picturing that wrong?
I was picturing more like at the edge of the battle, like so that he's not in the battle just yet. He's still not sure what he can do about the whole thing. So he's probably not like in the thick of it.
Okay, then in that case, instead of snaking around your arms and aiming for your digivices, the bandages snake around your torsos and pull you in. Kageyaki and
shit.
Zachary and Pablo.
Oh shit!
And you're starting to be dragged along the ground towards Pandamon's chest. You're like scraping the floor, clawing to try and not be pulled in, but it's futile. What do you all do, or what does Taisto do when he sees this happen? Because he's the only one not wrapped up. Sonia's also wrapped up, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah. Right.
Great.
All right. Taisto screams over the battle that that's enough, and he starts walking towards Warupandamon as you know the others are being dragged inside him. And I'm pretty sure that Taisto would commit himself to save Warupandamon at this time. So I'm going to use my game face.
Sure.
And that's going to make him angry. He's angry
Cool.
by this. But yeah, that's enough. And then he starts walking dramatically towards Warupandamon. Just give me a second. I think I have a better. What does Ghostmon do as he sees this happening?
I think he as he's like futilely throwing the fireball still, and he sees you yell out. What was it you yelled out? Was it stop it?
That's
enough. Yeah, you yell out, that's enough, and his head turns towards you and his eyes widen, and we see tears trickle down his face as he says, Taisto, you came!
Okay.
Of course. Did you think that I would actually abandon my partner like this? Taisto says as he continues walking towards Warupandamon.
I think like
What does? Yeah.
I think when you say the word partner, I think Ghostmon he's extremely happy. Like his tears of joy get even heavier. He basically blubbers out that he knew you'd come, that he knew that you were a chosen one. He knew that together you could fight whatever comes your way. And he kind of starts flying towards you instead of futilely hitting Waru Pandamon. And he said, so you're ready to fight together as a team, right? no putting yourself before me or me putting myself before you. We fight this thing together.
I think at this time the most important thing is not to try to save each other, but it looks like Warupandamon needs our help, and I think we need to save him right now. I think Dust is getting actually pretty close to Warupandamon. What is it gonna do?
I think Warupandamon is your Digivice glowing at all at this point?
Probably, maybe.
Yeah, I think
Probably.
I think if because you're showing quite
Maybe.
a lot of courage here.
Really?
Your Digivice is glowing bright orange, and he turns to see this beautiful orange light, and the bandages instinctively snake out towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they attempt to wrap around your arm in Digivice, but
Alright.
it glows extremely brightly, and it sort of snakes them off, and they sort of get burnt like by holy energy.
Okay, fine. I was hoping that you would have me roll a take a powerful blow, but I can take that as well. It's a 1 in 36 that I would have lost it. I had this in the bag, but yeah. As they get burned by the holy energy, Daisto is going to look at Warupandamon and say, like, who is spamming? People spam a lot. There we go. I was just distracted by the player chat. Yes.
Sorry.
Going to look at Warupandamon and say, I ran away because I was afraid of the consequences. I didn't think that I was ready to do this. But seeing your pain and seeing the troubles that Ghostmon has gone through, I don't think I could ever turn away. And I know that in my heart, I must be brave enough to face the consequences that might come to me or my partner from facing someone like you. But don't worry, I'm going to make sure that you will be saved. And I think I want to use my moment of truth at this time, if that's fine by you guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
No. Never.
Describe to us what your Digivolution looks like, and then
Yes.
what happens thereafter.
As he says that, I think Warupandamon's bandages just shoot towards Daisto and wrap around his arm, but he doesn't budge at all. They wrap around his arm and try to pull him in, but he stands his ground and actually yanks Warupandamon forward a bit. And that's when Ghostmon just starts glowing a bright white light, and shout, Ghostmon evolves to. Just give me a second. There we go. That's the Digimon.
Sorry, wait. What was
Flame Wizardmon. And as he shouts the word Flame Wizardmon, a wave of fire shoots out of the white light that envelops the Digimon, and it strikes all the bandages that have been keeping the chosen ones and the Digimon wrapped around, and they just burn out, just evaporate into air. And this red wizard-like creature jumps out of the light and strikes Warupandamon in the face with one of its matchstick batons or staffs or whatever they are, and sends it flying back. And Flame Wizardmon lands on the ground, looking very determined at this situation. And yeah, I think I don't know what does Warupandamon do at this time? It's sent flying away.
Yeah, it gets smacked in the head by one of the matchstick batons, And I think it snaps back out of it again. And it sees Flay Wizardmon in front of it. And he almost begs, please, you have to stop the corruption. I don't want to do this. It's making me... Mummymon, he's... And then he goes back under, and the bandages wrap around his eye, and glows a dark purple as he goes back into zombification.
All right. I think Flame Wizardmon says something like unforgivable, and just twirls flourishes its matchstick batons and points them at Varupandamon, and a vortex of fire just erupts from the ground, just taking Varupandamon up in the air, and Daisto points his Digivice towards it, and a beam of like orange light shoots out of it at Varupandamon, and you can see that the flames and the light together just burn all the bandages out, just vanish from around him and from inside him, and they just evaporate in smoke as they both watch this like transformation back into like actual Pandamon.
Yeah, so you burn the bandages out, but I'm not sure he'll go back to being a normal Pandamon after this. He's still got a massive hole in his chest from the first fight. He's still missing pieces of himself. You burn up all the bandages inside him in one mighty blast that just takes Pandamon in the sky, and I think he slams into the ground, now bandageless, and he looks up at what his city has become, and he looks at you, Taisto. He says, "Thank you. I never wanted to hurt my people. Please let them know that." And then he starts to disintegrate into data again.
I'm not feeling so good.
What do you do as he starts to disintegrate into data?
Daisto just Daisto walks towards him and says that don't worry, Pandamon, I will let them know that, and you can now rest, and when you become a Digi-Egg, I'm sure that they will take good care of you, and you can grow back up in the city that you helped found.
We'll take extra good care of you.
I think he smiles at that, and then he puts his panda hand around you and pulls you close, and he says, "Mummymon is not someone to take lightly. Please, be careful if you come to face him. He's almost ready. He's going to do it. He's going to take their lives in exchange for the one I took. It is my mistake. Please, I beg you, Digidestin, fix it." And then he collapses and disintegrates the rest of the way, forming a white Digi-Egg with blue stripes around it. And it slowly glows and descends back into the center of wherever Varupandamon originally was, and sits neatly upright.
I think Zach swoops down and grabs that. Now he's holding 2 eggs.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, come on.
All you need is a third one, and you can become a juggler.
I can juggle 2 things.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
really the same.
They're pretty
juggle-
big.
I could juggle Cutemon and the eggs.
Oh yeah, that's
Much better.
Not to rain on our parade, but we've seen 3 things die, and only 2 of them form eggs.
Well, before we get all gloomy, let's try and be a bit. Let's try sharing a moment of triumph together, please.
Yeah,
I think everyone's going to enjoy a bit.
Yeah, but just
Yes, but what about the depression?
I think the first thing that happens after the solemn moment that you've had with Pandamon, when you like actually go to celebrate, like I think the first person to like approach you, Taisto, is Ghostmon himself, but it's as Flay Wizardmon as obviously. He's like, we did it, Taisto, we evolved, we are meant to be partners. I knew it.
Yes, we did.
I knew we were cut
Yes,
out for
we did.
this. And he like
Yes.
hugs you as tight as he can. And he's like, thank you,
He's not gonna hug-
thank you. I'm worthy.
He's not going to hug me because I'm going to hug him first. Damn it.
Oh,
Yes, we
run
hug.
the hug.
Roll a contested athletics check to see who hugs each other first.
This is very important.
Yes.
Roll plus feels.
Unleash your feels. There, that's the one.
Yes. Yes, we are, and yes, we did. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. I knew that I knew that we were actually meant to be together. I'm really sorry for the hurtful things I said, and I'm sorry for letting you go. But hey, we beat the bad guy this time, and isn't that right, team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's close enough to am I a good teammate, right?
No, really, but yeah, sure, why not?
Taisto included me in his asking if people
Yes.
are a team, so I get to mark potential.
Nani?
Huh?
Oh, I clear one condition. Sorry.
What was this from? Sorry, which move?
My team move, because he included me in his "Am I a good teammate, everyone?"
Oh yeah, if they treat you as someone who...
He treated me like everyone else in the group, so
Yeah, that's
I
true.
clear a condition.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I'm going to clear.
Also, I saved Pandamon, so I succeeded at that, which means I get another potential, and that gives me an advancement.
That's up
and what
for
are you going to take
debate.
for your advancement?
Yeah, I'm actually. That's actually a really good question. What am I going to take for as an advancement? I had a plan what I was going to take, but Logan kind of deflated that balloon.
What were you gonna take?
I was going to take leader.
Oh yeah, no, go directly in jail.
Well,
I'm not letting you.
Let me see then.
Out of curiosity, why does
I'm
Zach
actually
not
also very
see
curious.
Taisto as a leader? Considering he's the coolest person that Zach's ever met.
Just because someone's cool doesn't mean that they're good at being a leader. And just from Zach's exposure to Taisto, he feels like Kageyaki, who, by the way, it's like he's always helped me understand, the world around me. I feel like Kageyaki is a better leader, according to Zach, because he's like,
Okay, that's fair.
yeah, he does the smart good.
Think of it like the cool uncle. Sure, you like him, but you wouldn't live with him. No. Okay.
I think I'm then just gonna take a move from a different crest, and I'm gonna take the one from love.
I'm lucky disappointed it wasn't also from reliability. Just so we can make it appear completely bonkers.
Yeah, I'm surprised everyone likes Reliability's moves so much, but nobody took Reliability as a playbook.
I mean,
I sort of.
I'll do it later. I take the one thing from the other thing, and I'll fix the sheet later because fuck this shit.
Wait, you're trying to take Venting Frustration, right?
Yes, I'm going to take Venting Frustration.
Oh, sorry.
And let's see, what else was I gonna do? I had one point I was gonna do as well. Oh well, we'll deal with it. What was that? What was that, Logan?
Zach lands well, he has Unimon land next to Kageyaki. He's like, did I do the plan right?
Yeah, that worked. Closest thing we have ever gotten to not needing a miracle.
Yeah. Would you call that praising my power or ability?
Huh? Sorry? Am I lagging again? I think I'm lagging again. Fucking hell.
I wouldn't call that praising powers or abilities, to be honest.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
I'm back. No, am I?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Somebody speak? Okay, yeah, good.
We never
Like,
couldn't hear
did
you.
I do the? I mean, I stopped him from moving like you said you wanted us to, so we could try to save him.
Yeah, you did good. It was the closest we've gotten to not needing a miracle so far.
I think
And
I
also-
think that counts.
Okay. Yay! I get a potential, which means that I have leveled up. I'm going to take a move from a different crest. Actually, I'm going to look at the crest, make sure that I don't want to take Celestial Light.
The lights are on you.
Sonia, you pick the best acoustic songs. Seriously.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to take a move from a different crest, and I'm just going to look and see what crests, what I want to take.
Well, we did it,
Since
everyone.
Sincerity is kinda awkward because it has a lot of things that require an entourage.
I just realized as well, you blew up the bandages with Pablo's Digivice still inside.
Don't worry about it. Don't
What-
worry
There's
about
a
it.
moment of truth,
It's
they're fine.
What did you do to the Digivice,
It's
Taisto?
diamonds.
I'm sure that after Pandemon has returned to egg, reject Digimon, return to egg, and Taisto just sees Pablo's Digivice on the ground. He's going to pick it up and go like, Pablo, catch. Phew.
Okay.
And
So,
Pablo doesn't catch it. But yeah.
anti.
It hits him
Do
straight
I
in the
get an
forehead.
entourage if I take a sincerity move?
Depends which move you take. If you take a move that needs an entourage, you get entourage.
Oh,
Nice.
that changes everything. Let's all get.
Alternatively, can I take Dark Temptation as a move?
Which one's Dark Temptation from?
What is the worst thing you could do right now? Do it.
You really want that one?
I do not, but that seems like the most fun.
So,
Does that even work?
curses and blessings aren't technically moves, so no, you can't take anything from the. You can take. You can't take the balance of Light Playbook. The Light Playbook's unique in that sense.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Suck
hear me
it!
out here.
Woohoo!
Hear me out here. We all agree, and we all take a different entourage move, but we all make a different entourage. So we're just a traveling circus.
There we
No.
go. You get it. I am going.
No.
I am going to take a sincerity move though.
Which move?
I'm looking. It's either gonna be flow with their whims or voice of the people. I'm trying to decide. I think Zach is objectively bad at rallying people, so I'm gonna take flow with their whims.
Okay, so when you accept what your entourage tells you about yourself, you get their condition. When you reject what your entourage tells you about yourself, you hit on a hit you mark potential. Okay, so you get entourage as well as that move.
Okay.
How would that
I
manifest?
imagine that the entourage is going to take into effect next episode.
Yeah,
We
next
don't need to
episode.
take the time to. It's
Yeah,
going to be a just swarm of Wanyamon. It's going to be horrifying for everyone
Yes.
involved.
Okay, that's
One
really
young
cool,
man,
but at the same time, I just
one
want to
young
know. So, with Entourage, it says you can't help but be the center of attention, which is almost the opposite of what Zack is. So, how can we flavor Entourage for Zack? Because, like, you don't like being the center of attention, do you? You like, sort of.
There's only one Wanyamon following him.
It's a single Wanyamon.
Yeah, but just food for thought for next episode is me to sort of flavor Entourage.
They relate to me and my struggles. Literally, it's just other scared Digimon, like, grouping around me because I'm scared and yet I do all this cool stuff according to them. So they want,
Allegedly.
yeah. So they are my entourage because they think that I can help them be braver. Because I give off like this. I'm scared of a lot, but I still occasionally do what I need to.
Mhm.
And so these scared Digimon are like, oh, we want to be able to do that.
Cool. So your entourage can change episode to episode, so we'll do the rest at the start of next episode, just in case we go somewhere new and your entourage isn't going to be Wanyamon, it'll be like a group of Gotsumon or something.
Yeah.
Something actually relevant.
Yeah. But yeah, just cool to figure out how being the center of attention sort of changes for Zachary compared to what an actual Sincerity playbook would have.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think that's the end of the scene, unless anyone else wants to share some triumphant celebrations and vulnerabilities. Feel free to clear conditions.
I was actually gonna try getting another team move in, but if we want to enter session scene, we can do that as well.
I mean, go ahead.
Oh, sure. Taisto actually, I think everyone was on the ground when they were being dragged by the banshees. Yes. No.
Yes, they're still there.
Yes. All right. Taisto approaches Kageyaki and offers to pull him up from the ground.
Sure, you pull me up.
All right. I'm sorry for what I said. I was afraid of everything. I'm not used to being the one who needs to be protected, and I'm not used to not being able to protect others. I said some very hurtful things, and I only meant half of them. But I hope that you can still find it in your heart to forgive me. I'm very new to this, even though we've been here for a few weeks already. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, and sometimes I do the wrong thing. Sometimes I escalate the situation needlessly, but I need you to be there to help me figure out if I'm doing the right thing.
I didn't tell you what I did to make you feel bad. I told you what I did to make you realize why it's a problem and to fix it. That's the point. So yeah, if we act to fix the problems of the team, fights would go a lot more like this and a lot less like the previous one.
Oh, and that's reassuring things. Yay!
I'm gonna shove Kagayaki lightly and say, "You apologize too, okay?"
Oh no, I won't.
Okay.
I meant everything. Sure, I was harsher than I had to be, but yeah, that was the point, to be harsh.
Well.
Okay, well, I think the scene is there, I suppose.
Okay, cool.
I feel like maybe Pablo before the scene.
Oh, Pablo! What's Pablo? Pablo, what does Pablo do?
I feel like maybe Pablo comes up to Taisto and like,
Uh-huh.
we have our differences, but thank you for saving us all.
Anytime. It's kind of what I'm the best at. It's what I enjoy doing.
Show off.
I'm sorry for letting everyone down before.
Now I feel
And,
like after Pablo thinks Taisto's the leader instead of Kagayaki after this whole thing.
Let me just look real quick at the thing.
Does Pablo lift with his legs?
Yes.
With your legs, boy.
Yeah, I think we were sharing a triumphant celebration with each other, and and Taisto is your rival, so you take influence over me, which you already have, I think.
I believe so.
No,
yeah.
actually, you don't. I'm not sure you do.
Oh,
No, you
damn.
don't. You just get it and mark potential.
Yeah,
Obviously.
definitely. And I think like as you like share that moment, and Pablo and Gazimon like walk back towards wherever it is in the city they come from, you see Gazimon handing Pablo some bits. Like, as him going, him being like, damn it, I genuinely thought Kagayaki would do it.
That's great.
So I think I'm actually gonna start taking a lot more sincerity moves when given the option. I think Zach is, after the conversation with Taisto, he's realizing that being me kind of sucks. So what if I'm somebody just way more confident and I just put up that facade and never let it down?
I'm helping.
Correct. That isn't the point.
Great, great.
Anyway, I think that's the end of the scene, and I'm pretty sure that's the end of the session as well.
Yeah, because we're coming up on, we've just passed 10,
Yeah.
so we'll end
We
it
did
there,
it.
and we'll do end of session moves, and we'll see the fallout from that after the next session.
After credit scene. After
I
credit
don't
scene.
clear afraid or guilty, so
Yeah, does anyone clear any conditions before we end?
I don't have any.
Give me a second.
like I
I'm not
didn't
sure.
run from anything and I didn't give anything.
I
Yeah,
don't think I cleared
I
all
do.
of it. I don't think I
However,
would.
I'd say I protected Kagayaki at some point, so maybe I move up in the balance track.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't think I
What?
clear anything. So I didn't throwing myself into easy relief at any moment.
Okay, so here is a question.
What?
Because Zachary already ran away from it, and then he got afraid during the scene. I'm wondering if I can clear afraid, because I did run. I
I-
literally ran from something difficult.
Yeah, you
I'm
can,
pretty sure you can't clear it in the same scene.
Okay.
no, you can.
Like, well,
Did you
Sorry.
gain afraid during the fight?
Yes.
And what did you run from during the fight?
Nothing.
Then no, you can't clear it. So basically,
and then I'm not-
if you can clear something that you get in the same scene, so long as you do the thing that clears it after you got that condition, if that makes sense. So like if you got
Oh,
afraid
I
and then
remember
ran from
you-
something difficult. Originally, I said that it'd just be you can't clear it in the scene, and then I realised that's a bit harsh. So I'm loosening that rule for future.
Okay.
Fair. Alright, end of session.
Okay, end of session. So, who grew closer to the others? We'll start with Taisto. Did you grow
I
closer,
think the
further
most-
away, or?
I think the most apt one is that Thais has grown into his own image of himself.
Definitely.
He now realizes that he was not held back by the fact that Ghostmon wasn't his intended partner. He was held back because he was afraid of the consequences of not doing something instead of being brave and doing the things he was supposed to do. So yeah, I shift labels. I think what. Lower, yeah, I'm gonna lower reckless and I raise superior.
Cool.
I have influence over you, not the other way around. You give influence to the one you grew closer to. You don't take influence over them.
Wait, what's sorry? Who's saying that?
Pablo in
wouldn't
the
you-
player chat.
Yeah. So when you go closer to someone, you give
You
that
give
character.
so you
Cool.
so you gave
Influence.
Daisto influence over Pablo. You didn't get Pablo didn't get influence over Daisto.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Cool. So you see yourself as more superior and less reckless. Pablo, did you grow closer, further away into your own image?
I feel like I'd grow closer to like Taisto, I imagine. So you'd save my ass.
Cool.
Yeah.
So give influence to Taisto if they don't already have it. If they do, he gets to shift your labels. And then
Yeah, I do.
clear condition or mark potential.
Okay, so what shift happens?
I'm thinking. Yeah. So the difference was that just explaining this, we were talking about the team move, and in the team move you take
Right.
influence over Taisto, and previously you gave to me. So
Alright.
why? Sorry.
No, he
And
left the chat, so I'm saying bye.
Yeah, so what
Yeah.
label shift happens now?
I think Jesus. Wait, you can grow closer to your Digimon?
It has to be one of the others, I think.
Yeah, no, it doesn't
Yeah, that's
count,
what it-
otherwise it's a freebie.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, yes.
The
Sorry.
entire point is that you close your Digimon.
I think Taisto wants Pablo to increase his superior actually, and
That makes
lower his reckless.
Okay.
Cool. Kageaki?
Grew into a image closer to my... Wow, I fucked that up. Okay, so yeah, lower kind because I was a fucking asshole,
Yes,
and
you were.
race superior because I was bossing people around.
Cool. Yeah, that's totally what fits you. And Zach's gone because he
Oh,
had
did
to
you-
leave early.
Or did you grow away from the others?
Not necessarily, I was...
Okay.
I don't
I-
think
I
I
think-
grew away from anyone.
I think he grew away, but then during the session resolved that because they started
True,
listening
yeah,
to him.
Yeah, that's true.
That,
Of course.
and we have a talk with Sonia that will happen eventually. Pablo is a
Yes.
blank fucking slate for Kagayaki, and Taisto had the scene where he says, "Okay, I'll try not to do the thing."
Cool. Sonia, because Zachary's left early. What about you?
A coward.
Good question. I wonder if I did grew away from Kagayaki from that little fight or whatever.
Yeah, that
But
makes
was it
sense.
enough? I'd say, yeah, a little bit, because he didn't even apologize at the end. You know,
Mm.
that's the thing.
Okay, so take
could probably be
influence away from Kageaki.
Yeah.
So Kageaki, you lose influence over Sonia, and Zach didn't actually give me a
How do I
proper
fucking...
end of session move, so I'll get that from him next time.
How do I edit the text?
How do you what? Sorry.
How do I edit the text?
Of what?
It's so confusing.
Oh, just click it.
Click
the first
click
cell.
the first cell. Click the first cell that it's in.
Oh, cool. Influence over Taisto and Zachary only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good session. We're all at the champion level now. Hooray!
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So after credits scene, huh? Let's.
Oh yeah.
Let's think of a juicy one before we finish.
Oh shit.
So I think we cut to Mummymon, and he's got a pot of blood, or what looks like blood, and he's painted a rather large magic circle on the ground that kind of looks pentagonish, and he's got various symbols in the outer ring of that look like a Digiworld letters. And he starts painting
Digimon.
it, and he's around that circle got the caged Digimon that we saw from the last end of credit scene, and
Which one?
Yes.
All of them.
I'm
all
lost.
of them, all of the caged Digimon are around the magic circle.
Oh, it's like Greymon. Okay.
Like Greymon, a bunch of rookie Digimon that he took from several of the other encampments that he's attacked, like
What the world,
Hero-
man? Oh.
Also Giramon at least.
yeah, Gairamon too. Yeah, he's definitely there. And we see him finish painting the last symbol in the circle, and then he walks to the north of the circle, and he kneels down, and we see a foot with a trainer on it in shot, and he's like, "The circle's ready. I've done everything he said to do. Pandamon failed. We don't have a Digivice. We don't have extra Digivices. And then he what's the word? It sort of pans up, and we see a young boy sat there, a human boy.
Oh,
And
motherfucker.
he holds out his hand, and in his hand is a
It's a
Digivice, and
drat.
he's like, "That's okay. You can use mine." And it glows like a pinkish purple before it cuts to black.
Oh, I see who this is.
It's a word. Ken.
But who do you think it is?
Not as in not as in which person it is, but this is clearly the kindness person, the one who
And
has.
who is kind? Who is kind? Wait.
Well,
It's Santa.
Ken.
Huh?
Oh,
Santa is kind
Or no.
to good kids.
no,
Specifically?
not. Yeah, I don't think. I don't think that it's necessarily Santa Claus that's the main villain of this. It would be pretty
Hey.
weird, to be honest.
Santa
No,
one part.
he went to Neverland and now he's a kid forever.
I mean, they did say that the sorcerer mom wanted to revive an ancient ice warrior. It could totally be Santa.
True.
Yes.
Code.
Ho ho ho!
Doom.
It is I,
Oh god.
Saint Nickmon.
We're going to ruin Christmas. Oh no.
Christmas
Right.
special.
But yeah, that's the end of the
Okay.
session, guys. That's the tip that I'm getting you. So next time on Digimon Vortex, the gang
There's
finally
Digimon.
face off against Mummymon and
Oh shit.
attempt to put a stop
Lose.
to him.
And
We are
lose.
very
sure that won't go
unprepared
wrong.
for that.
I'm sure that won't go wrong.
I'm actually dumbfounded because I don't think I have a. I don't have a next time in Digimon Vortex that I know what I should be going with. This is weird.
Sam, Digimon Vortex, do we finally choose the leader?
Nope.
I think the leader
I don't
talk
think-
is going to
I don't
come later because
I don't think that's possible at this time. It
No,
seems
no.
like it seems
No,
like
no,
Snack-
definitely.
it seems like Logan is definitely already set in his views about it, and
True.
I think
We
I think
have
the
two potential leaders, and the other person shouldn't be the leader.
I don't understand a word you're saying.
We have two potential leaders, and each of them is completely opposed to the other one being a leader. So
Pretty
we're
much.
never having a leader.
I'm sure eventually we'll find a leader, but maybe that's for a later time.
Eventually.
yeah, later.
Literally in the finale. Yes, you are the leader wrong.
I
When Saint Nickmon attacks.
Saint Nickmon is going to be our new leader.
when Saint Nickmon is going to bring presents to all the children in hell, that's when we'll have a leader.
I think
Okay, but
I think I'll add an extra thing then if you guys don't come up with anything for the next time.
this exists.
So next time on Digimon Vortex, the gang finally face up to Mummymon and try to put a stop to what he's been doing. Also next time on Digimon Adventures, Mummymon answers to Icon Village.
Shit.
Oh.
It will be
What
fine.
did you say? Mummymon does what to Icon Village?
He answers to them.
Answers. Alright, well there we go.
And next time on
okay.
Digimon Vortex, can we see Leomon again? What the fuck is he up to?
We saw Leomon in this session.
For
Sure.
like 2 seconds.
For
Yeah,
like 2
but
seconds.
he was there at the start. I don't know
Yeah,
where they
because-
were in this fight. Maybe they were protecting the
Yeah.
young Digimon from the explosions and whatnot, with like the Digidestin.
We-
I think
Hmm.
See, Sunday, right?
Yes.
Sunday, right? Yeah.
Next week Sunday.
Okay.
Maybe
Bye.
actually, yeah, next
Bye.
week on Sunday, yeah. But yeah, maybe Leomon is scared to fight Pandamon because of what happened with Ogremon. But yeah, that's something to explore later. But yeah, thanks for the session, guys. I'll catch you next week.
All right. Yeah.
Later.
Bye.
Okay,
Later.
bye. Thanks for the session. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
And thanks everyone for tuning in again. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And tune in for the next episode of Digimon Vortex. I'll catch every one of you on Sunday next week at 7 p.m.